Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to the Fumble, folks. I am Sam, and I am your DM here for our campaign, the Rapid Riders. Let's introduce our Rapid Riders again. Let's do the order on the screen, away from me. So let's start with Ben.
Hi, I'm Zeke Boondiggles, the half gnome, half dwarf, angry alcoholic monk warlock. And as everyone keeps taking the persistent joke, I thought you were playing something different. No, I'm playing myself. Go away.
Oh,
Brilliant.
I'm glad
We
we
have-
have that realization now.
Mm.
Happy
Yes.
with yourself, you know.
I mean, he's also ginger, so I mean,
Nice, yeah.
Just full self-actualization as we talk about Doran. Introduce your
Hi.
character.
Hi, I'm Doran. I'm playing Halite. Smile. Also, just as a note, there's nothing better than mixing alcohol and eldritch horror. You know.
Absolutely.
They pair really well.
I know. It's like a fine wine and cheese. Yeah, but I'm playing Halite. Our 8 foot tall behemoth Goliath human. He's a rune knight fighter and also a barbarian, and he's having a whale of a time wailing on some people.
Hell yeah. Great.
Hi, I'm Bree. I play Diana, the Sun Elf, Bard of Eloquence.
Lovely.
And
we
it gets more eloquent whenever I say it. I don't know if that's the right actually.
Just
pronunciation,
gesture
is
with
it?
your ice cream.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's it.
fantastic. We have Phil.
Hey, I'm Phil. I'm playing Dunstan Dewey Fairfoot. He is part Dew Elf, which is one of our homebrewed takes on the elf races, and he is also part Halfling as well. So Dewling, he's a Ranger Swarm Lord who has a swarm of birds, like this. You know the deadly stuff everyone's scared of. Yeah.
for those in the
Duck a little
podcast, he's
bit
glued a
free.
robin to the top of his headset.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Putting Robin just on the top of that. Sarah.
So hi, I'm Sarah. I'm playing Neamu, or better known as Taxis. She is the Inquisitive Rogue. She has such an uncanny ability of recalling everything she's ever come across at the exact moment she needs.
It's truly, truly annoying. But also helps me advance the story, which is always good. Cool. Last but not least, we have Neri.
Hello, my name is Neri, and I play Badger, who is our druid, the druid of the party. Circle of Wildfire. They are a puka, which is one of Folk's homebrew races. I'm a Fey being from the Feywilds, yay. Funky, you know. Badger uses any and all pronouns, currently preferring he, him. You can use any, though. They don't get offended that easily. But yeah, thank you for having me.
Sip my wine and think about how many times I fucked that up last time. But an important thing, which we forgot to do last time, because you have been traveling for a while, please can you roll or flip your coin to decide if you are good or evil today?
Sure, we can do that. I will not be able to change off my spells, though, but I will do that later. So heads are for chaotic good, and tails are for chaotic evil.
Okay.
Look away.
Oh no, that is a tails, everyone. We're evil today.
Evil. You
The
have
bads,
at the moment, but you brought the fire badger out.
Oh, good.
Evil healing, fantastic.
Nice.
You get most of your fire
Get
spells.
back up so you can kill some more. It's essentially the
Yeah,
vibe
yeah.
we're going for here.
I mean, I automatically get the fire spells anyway, so I don't need to swap them in. I have
Very
them
true.
already.
Very,
Wonderful.
very true. And last we left our party, they were fighting the Lampads, the Fae of rot, decay, joy, and jubilance in death and causing it. Finding them mounted atop some monstrosity-like, almost amber glass spiders, trying to mess with a door reefed in cold iron. You nearly got the full drop on them, succeeded in positioning yourselves really well, ready for the fight, and are indeed in that fight, having smacked one of them directly into that door, which you know is abrasive to the Fae. We're going to jump right back into initiative as we come to do that. And I'm going to try some music on Roll20, and people tell me if this is too loud or distracting or anything. It is from Kevin MacLeod stuff. Fantastic guy, copyright free. Fantastic. As we are back into the initiative. Again, tell me if this is distracting. Tell me if this is in the way. Otherwise, this guy Blue here is going to hold their fungus-like hair just screaming, and is incapacitated, cannot take any actions or reactions, so is going to scramble on the ground away from the door. At the end of their turn, you see that they come a bit more to their senses, but they just move away from this thing 30 foot, look up and see a giant beholder. They just scramble backwards and look fucking terrified, going from one bad situation into another. The mount is faced with two options: a flaming badger and a flaming-haired badger-sized creature, and is going. They see that Ryder is going away, is confused, and is just going to make an attack roll. I had a small request earlier to not attack the badger, so we'll not go for the badger. Then the spider is going to try and bite at Zeke with a 7 to hit. I don't think that's going to work. No. These large pincers that go from this translucent amber glass skin into hardened, much more solid, opaque-looking glass. It tries to bite towards you. You duck out of the way in time to see a small drip that would have entered your bloodstream had you not evaded the blow. But that is their turn as we come onto your turn, Zeke.
Wonderful. Seeing as it's got its giant mortar down by me, I'm going to attempt to smack it in its amber eyes.
Which one? All right.
Yeah. Everything needs to see, I presume. That's a 23 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Does he get advantage from being flanking with the badger?
6 points.
I'm going to say no in this instance because...
No, because it's more of an ethereal creature and I don't really know it's there yet. It's the first time I've seen it. 6 points of damage. Bludgeoning damage.
6 points of damage as you slam your fist into one of these things' eyes. One of them snaps shut where you punched it. The rest of them are still trained on you.
And then I am going to use a key point with my second strike to attempt to do a stunning strike on.
Go for it. Make the... you mean as part of this first attack, or...
So I have 2 attacks per action, don't I?
Yes, you definitely do. But you can decide after you hit, I believe, with a stunning strike. But make your attack roll. Make your second attack roll, because that happens...
well, I missed regardless, so...
Okay, well, the second attack roll...
So...
8. Okay. Did you want to do a stunning strike on that first attack?
No, as
cool. In that case,
beforehand, so
cool. You have your bonus action, I believe, because monks get 2 attacks of their action.
I do, which basically just means that I can stagger 10 feet in a direction, which means I am going there.
Okay, as you just sway fists ready, fists and flat hands, not quite sure what's the best thing to do here.
Which, in technicality, highlight that I think that means that we are now flanking this guy, who you are attempting to grapple.
Cool.
Yes, and technically green is also flanking you, but flanking is it's optional for a reason because it gets complicated very fast.
Yes.
Right. In that case, we move on to Halite's turn.
As soon as Halite sees it's time to shine, he's going to slam his fists together, and you see his gloves start to crackle and frost starts dripping from them. as he activates his Frost Rune.
Yeah.
And he's going to grab the guy in front of him by the ankle and attempt to spin him and throw him into the cold iron door.
This is going to be... This is definitely an athletics check from you. He's going to try and oppose this, because why would he accept this?
Well, he accepts fate.
Yeah, he's going to... I'm going to say it's a grapple to pick them up, and then it's going to be a separate check to throw, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Cool. So the grapple check, they really don't benefit either way. It's a +1 either way. 17 is the total.
Thank God I had advantage. That's I had a 1 for a total of 7, and then a 23 was my rage advantage.
23 because you are raging. You see them nimbly step out the way of one hand as the other one comes swinging around. You have him by his ankle. Make me an athletics check. Now, I'm going to say... Okay, for those listening in, Highlight is currently, I'm assuming, going to try and throw it at the door.
Yes.
Which is just about 25 foot away from you. I'm going to say if you hit a DC of 20, this thing slams into the door and is incapacitated. If you get high above that, we will discuss more, possibly doing damage with the impact as well. If you are going 15 or below, they don't get close enough. 15 to 20, we'll say that there's some effect, but not a full incapacitation. So please make your roll. Again, raging. Have we got a quick point of order from Ben?
It's fine. Can I make the argument that while he's leaving my space, that I get an attack of opportunity on him?
He is being definitely forced movement here. This is not his own decision. I respect the argument, but no.
It's fine. I was worth a shot.
Voluntary movement.
All right, come on, Highlight. It's 20.
20 is the exact DC that I said. You guys watch as Highlight, like for you remember end of Avengers, first Avengers, before Hulk just low key smashing on the ground. You do that a couple times before you throw this weedy little fungus boy into the door. Again, head held, shrieking. I'm going to roll a d4. Roll a d4 of the impact damage as well. The door being used here is an improvised weapon.
That's a 4.
Adds 4 points of damage to the lampad as it collides with the door. Does not seem to mind the pain of being thrown, but the pain in its skull. Badger is watching this and can imagine what they are going through. It's overwhelmingly unpleasant, even watching it at this distance.
What's the matter, Mushroom Boy? You want to get in the door so badly? And I'm going to move right next to my Mohawk brother, back to back, not literally because he's very short. And then I'm going to action surge.
Cough.
Okay.
Because I'm not done.
Hell yes.
I'm not finished with you.
I'm going to reckless attack the spider directly in front of me, screaming and allowing everyone to get attacks advantage on hitting me.
Back to back with Zeke Boondiggles. I say back to calf.
Yeah.
Make your attacks.
Or basically tickling his testicles.
So it's a 24 to hit.
Definitely hits.
One-handed, 8 damage.
8 points
Plus
of damage.
2? I've not attacked anyone. This is my first damage of the campaign.
That's damage of the campaign. You wrestled a bullet. You did not at any point attack it. Okay.
So wait, I'm a barbarian. I'm raging. I got how much damage? It's plus 2. Right?
I think plus 2 rage damage. If that's
it's plus 2
already.
So
Cool.
10.
I will 10 points of damage with a swing of your electric axe.
Would I be able to hit? Would I be able?
Formatic axe. It's not electricity.
Formatic
Magic.
axe. Would I be able to hit the blue spider, or I would have to leave the range.
That
wouldn't I?
is yeah. You'd have to
Yeah.
leave the attack range of the phase spider there, which you can do if you'd like to.
No, I'm not gonna risk it.
Sure.
So I'm gonna hit the green guy.
You've
front
hit the
of me.
green guy. I believe you only have a one
Green
attack.
spider. Yes, I do. That's
Cool.
it. That's it for me.
You use bonus action. Yeah, perfect. You're all done. Diana,
Yeah.
you watch this lampad scrambling away, only having just recovered their mind. Clearly believes that the bullet is real and is about to try and run or do something because they believe potentially they cannot run without getting a hit from this thing. They are very, very frightened at this moment. But you have a battlefield in front of you. You have allies that you can inspire. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna take the chance that Dewey might not die in the next round, and then. You're right, bud.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you good? No. I know you're not good. What's a moral thing to do? Damn it.
I'm not bleeding from my mouth yet.
No, I'll wait.
That's true.
Until you are, and then I might help you.
Badger will be up next and then Dewey after, so be thinking of what you want to be doing.
Yeah, there was two things, and then I literally didn't make a decision. Okay, cool. I will. So, is the blue one? Is he running away from the door, and then he sees the bullet, and he's running away from it? Does he look like? He
looks like he scrambled away on 2 feet, towards the door. No, towards the bullet, away from the door. Saw the bullet, which was not there just about being formed when he was slammed into the door. Sees it and is now almost like Wile E. Coyote trying to back up away from the giant bullet. He's I would say between a rock and a hard place. He's between a bullet and a cold iron door.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come in. I can't do that either. I'm gonna.
Just in spider.
Huh?
Don't get too close to the spider.
Spider? No. I can't get there. Boo. What's going on with my arrows? Can you see that? Why is it 31.6 foot?
I turned on Euclidean movement because otherwise diagonals are equal to. So it doesn't do the maths. This is the more accurate. So you can. I'll allow it. Yeah.
You can move up to 6 squares.
I'll say you skid the last 1.6 feet.
Okay.
You can move there.
For those questioning, or those listening, Diana is measuring out how far that they can move, and they are moving up right to the green spider.
Yeah, I am.
And it's 31.6 foot, but that's absolutely fine because you'd be right next to
31.
Either way.
Jump the little.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, literally skidding on those cobblestone, exposed cobblestones on the sort of autumn, wet autumn leaves where you're I nearly fell over. You're making full use of that and skidding an extra 1.5 feet.
Yeah, go on, I'll do that. I'm
Cool.
kind of on the way to the lamp bed thingy, but I'll go up behind because the spider is looking at Hal right now. I'll go behind it, and I will cast also mirror image.
Nice.
So
yeah,
there is now 3 duplicates of me. All surrounding this spider.
With a pulse of the Formata Stone and Hard Rock, you suddenly have 4 identical copies of Diana, and you watch as the spider tries to turn around and look, and there's just eyes going everywhere in all directions towards your copies. Awesome.
2 each.
Right, that is your action movement.
I have a bonus action as well, and I will give Dewey bardic inspiration as a I'm sorry for not healing him.
What do you say to inspire them quickly as we come on to Badger's turn?
Sorry.
Don't die. Sorry. Next time.
Dewey, you hear that basically as you see Diana go into this skid and summon the illusions around herself. Badger.
Yes, I had a plan, but then I became evil, so I don't know if I should perform
I had a
this
plan and then I became evil.
Then I was evil. No, but I think Badger would still do this, since it is vital for Badger's own survival. That is
Absolutely.
the thing. I would like to cast Healing Spirit.
Nice. Remind me what Healing Spirit does. If you
It
would,
is,
please.
you call forth a nature spirit to soothe the wounded. It appears in a space that is a 5-foot cube you can see within range being 60 feet. The spirit looks like a transparent beast, a badger, clearly,
Yay!
obviously.
More badgers.
Until the spell ends, whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit's space for the first time on a turn, or starts a turn there, you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points to that creature. No action required.
Nice.
The spirit can't heal constructs or undead. I hope none of you are undead, as far as I'm aware.
Damn it.
And the spirit can heal a number of times equal to 1 plus your spellcasting ability, which is a 5 in total for me. After healing that number of times, the spirit disappears. And as a bonus action, I can move the spirit around for 30 feet.
Nice.
So I would like to cast this spirit in the same square as Halite is standing.
Okay. I am going to put that there, and we're going to move it as needed.
Yes,
as a
look at
spectral
it, it's a
badger
Cute.
appears.
The badger is on
Um,
Halite's face.
It is adorable.
These things are fungus,
Moves into
and
the
now
spirit's
we've
space,
got
so it's not range, it's just the spirit's space. Cool.
Yes.
3 badgers now, 3 fungus. We're basically
badgers.
turning it into that old meme, aren't we? The
Slowly
badger.
Yes!
Your mushroom.
Currently it's only badger,
yeah.
badger, mushroom, mushroom.
Badger,
We need more badgers to mushrooms.
Yes.
Or we
This
need
is
to
what
get
we're
rid
here
of
for.
mushrooms, and that is the plan, is to get rid of those mushrooms.
Yes. So now it does specify that when you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit's space, it's not the spirit moving into your space, but the other way around. So I can't do anything with it now, but I will keep concentration for it until
Sweet.
Halite starts. Until Halite's turn.
Does petting a cute cuddly badger end my rage?
Not very much can end your rage.
Depends how hard you push it.
Certainly not that.
Cute badger. Just calms me down.
It's moving through its space. It bursts through your chest with spectral energy, just full punk fucking rock rather than cute and good.
Yeah.
But it's not happening yet. Any action from you, Badger, you can still cast a cantrip. You still have movement.
It is a concentration spell though, so I
Mhm.
probably can't do anything else, right?
You can do cantrips. if
I
you have
can't do
anything.
cantrips? Oh, interesting.
As long as it's not a concentration cantrip.
Okay. I don't have anything I want to do though, so I'm gonna skip that and go directly to my to Askar.
Cool.
If that's okay.
Yeah, I will say you can hold your action if you think of something as well. But yes, you can go to Askar as they are preparing to burn the ever-loving shit out of this spider. Go for it.
Exactly. That is very much what we're gonna do. And question is, no, it does not. I had a question, but then I changed my mind. I don't have a question.
Okay.
But what I can do is flame seed. So that is what Askar is gonna do, probably.
Cool. What do I need
Yes.
to do? Is this attack?
It is +7 to attack, to hit, and then it's a 1d6 +3 fire damage.
Nice. Roll the attack.
I roll the
As
attack.
this badger almost belches forth a
Yes.
burst of flame.
That is a 16 +7.
23 definitely hits this thing. Absolutely. Roll that d6 plus whatever you said.
1d6 plus 3. That is a
Yes.
6 plus 3. That is 9 fire damage.
Oh, this thing is looking
Nice.
hurt. Crispy spider, the blue spider. Yeah, it's not looking good. As we come to Dewey's turn. Dewey, you know that very, very soon this thing is going to get the chance to act.
So
acted right
Dewey's
after you last time.
not had a nice time. He managed to do a great hit on the lampad we were referring to as blue by using his swarm to push it towards the door.
Mhm.
But the leader seemed to have noticed that, so rode straight for him, and in one fell swoop, literally halved his hit points. So he's not feeling too good. And then obviously, because what's worse than a giant spider is a giant spider that can just into another plane, sneak around and attack you. But luckily, Taxes was nearby and kind of knew what was going on, so came sneaking up and looked poised, ready to strike. So Dewey sees that and switches from his longbow. He draws his short swords. He's got the dual wielding feet, so you can like nice and quick, Legolas style.
Nice.
And I am gonna whistle for my swarm to leave the blue one alone, as I imagine there's still one or two of them kind of pecking at it.
Yep.
And whistle for them because it's not a bonus action to use my swarm as my attack. I'm gonna hold my action to attack this red thing that when it pops back out of existence, where Taxes seems to think it's probably gonna do. So I'll hold my action to attack that, and as it's just an ability I add to my attack. I'm
going to say absolutely you can do this, and it's going to be fantastic. It's going to go off first. I want, for an additional effect that they're not going to expect you, make me either a deception or a performance check to give yourself advantage on this attack, because they're expecting to leap out of the ethereal plane and
surprise
you, but because Taxes has helped you and you realized, oh, this is the best thing to do here, you are going to be able to surprise motherfucker.
10.
Bardic Inspiration as well if you want it.
Passive insight.
Should I use it for? Yeah, actually, advantage would be better than using that. So what dice is your bardic inspiration?
That's a good question. I think it's an 8.
D6, I would believe.
D6.
Although you might be double 6, you might be more.
That's an 8.
Oh, thank for that. That's a 6.
Okay.
So 16. That will be.
That is going to be enough. As you, rather than turning to face it, just wait with bated breath until you see this just as there's a pop of this amber leg in front of you, and you know that it is there. Taxes, yours will go first. If Sarah's signaling me, I do apologize.
I was gonna say, I think I remember last time we went in flanking position, so it would have been advantage anyway.
Oh well,
But yeah.
Well done, advantage.
It's inspiring
yeah.
advantage.
I would say that you both would have advantage on one of them, probably the spider because it's bigger. No, well, you have advantage, and just take a flat plus 2 in that case. Take a flat plus 2 to your attack, or the first attack, I should say.
Or you could just have the advantage and then take maybe the plus D8 on your attack.
Yes, carry on, or just add the bardic inspiration, that D6 for 6 that you rolled. Sorry, for D8. That's now a 6. I'm going to say add that to your attack rolls. Does that make sense? Let's do it like that. Why not? I'm the DM.
I'm in charge.
Have a plus 6 to your attacks. Order of operations, though. This thing pops into existence using the bonus action of the phase spider, which sounds like phase spider, but is not. And I've realised about listening back to the podcast. Phase, as in Phase, pops back in. You see it beginning to reach towards you with the hands, as you see Taxes rising up, ready to wreck shit. Taxes, your held action goes off.
Okay, so 16 or a natural 20.
Natural fucking 20. Let's go. Okay. Important question. I assume you're targeting the lampad.
Yeah.
Very much sneak attack. Very much was not expecting you. Please give me some damage.
Wait a minute, let me get my calculator up because I ain't doing maths at this time.
Dewey will see which one you're going to be if you are able to attack the lampad if it's still alive.
This was the leader as well, right? The red guy?
Yes, they certainly seem to be looking towards this one as a leader. Badger, you would know, being able to speak Sylvan, that yes, this one was leading them. Blue was very much a underling, and Green was like a begrudging right hand to the leader. Very much I have no confidence in you, and you have landed us with the shit job again of trying to open the door that does not open and just makes our heads hurt.
Oh.
Is it bad that I'm imagining, since we have like these dots of color on these guys to indicate who we're referring to, I'm imagining them as like he has the red Mario mushroom as a hat.
Yeah, he's got red toadstools.
Yeah.
The green one has these sort of like ripple bark greens, and blue has like blue cheese, the sort of like veins.
Yeah.
They've got that going up the side of their face.
So
Sarah,
perfect.
Destroy me.
31 points of damage.
Oh my god!
Launching through the air, like leaping off the back of the spider, and knowing where they would appear, and plunging your sword into them. Still alive, incredibly hurt, but you ride their weight down to the point where little dewdrop can get those attacks off. Phil, make me do his attack rolls as well, as you guys completely wreck this guy.
No
With
wonder
a
they
plus
got
6 to
me.
both of these attack rolls,
No.
because
Yeah.
strangeness, because I just said so.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Plus 6.
Me and Dewey's
Right.
teaming up in the future. For
So
every combat.
Assassins, dude.
I don't have Hunter's Mark and that other ability. They're still on blue, but it's still going to be 2d6 in there.
Plus
So-
bird damage, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. So yes, so that's good because my critical hit damage was crap. It was what are we talking here? I think we're talking about 6 points base, I think, damage. It's gonna be it's +3, so it's gonna be 6 damage base. But by whistling, I also call my swarm to come in and peck at all the eyes who actually do the business. And so that's that is what is that? It's 11 damage total.
11 damage total. You... Oh my god. By the barest thread. So, Taxes, you're riding this thing onto Dewey's sword, which comes up through. It snarls in your face with this clicking snarl, and you can see inside there's just this rotting smell of decay as birds flurry around you and pummel into this thing's face. It swats them away as it now gets to take its turn. Yes.
2 attacks.
2 attacks. Yeah. Ranger level. Yeah, make your second attack.
Because this bastard literally halved my hit points last time he touched me.
I will tell you, you can kill this thing.
That is
Plus 6 as well.
That is that's 20. That's 23. 23.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's good. So this will just be the one. But it's a 6, so that's a 9.
Okay.
Yes.
Did it have 10 hit points?
It had
no.
9.
Oh, no.
Sarah?
If it dies, can I do like a killing word sort of
Please,
thing?
you two
as a
distract me
reaction?
how this happens, because it definitely dies as the second sword comes through.
Okay, Phil, you do yours first because I just want to say something.
Yeah, it sort of swats all the birds away, and just kind of knocks one. Looks directly at Dewey and starts to go for his throat. when he's hit with a 1, and then he just brings the second short sword up under where its head would be, and just kind of off of its shoulders because it's all rotten and fungal and gross.
You go through a hand like at the wrist as you are doing the stroke of the blade at the same time. And Sarah.
So as I just like twist the rapier, I just turn and say, "I guess there's not much room for both of us here," and then
The spider cannot understand common or puns, and yet it still is going to take a D4 point of psychic damage.
How horrendous
But at the same time is going to try and murder you now.
fine, not worth it.
As it rounds on you with the same amber-like pincers. That is only going to be... They don't have a great bonus here. It's 15 total to hit you, Taxes.
Yep, hits.
Oh, hits you. Cool. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw? You do, off the bat, you take... minimum damage. You take 3 points of piercing damage. But please make me a Constitution saving throw as you feel this... something pulse in your veins and it burns.
13.
13 is enough. You succeed on the Constitution saving throw. You still take poison damage, but it is halved, which is good, because you, rather than taking 23 points of poison damage, you instead take 11, I believe, rounding down. You take 11 points of poison damage. Assuming you are still up, nothing else happens, because you succeeded on that Constitution.
Can I use Uncanny Dodge to half that again?
Inside of you.
I mean, because it attacks me with the pincers. It takes half any damage.
I'm going to say, yeah, you can do that after the damage roll is announced, I believe. Essentially, you use Uncanny Dodge. You still take some damage. You still are affected by the poison, but less of it gets into your bloodstream because you took that Uncanny Dodge, reducing that damage again. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Actually, no. Does that take your reaction?
Yeah. Oh, shit. I use my reaction.
Dodge, which you use with your held action. I do. Yes. But in good news, green is going to go, and then it's going to be your turn to do some damage back to it.
Okay, so that's 11 points, just to confirm. Go. Right.
Yeah. You see green scramble away from the door. Head in their hands, incapacitated, cannot take actions or reactions until the end of its turn. Is going to just go roughly where it knew its mount was. Is not going to have enough movement to mount it. Puts a hand on it and says, "You would know in Fey Badger they are saying attack," which the mount responds to, goes for the thing that hits it, and is going to try and hit. Yes, Badger.
No. Sorry. That was just no. I didn't have anything to say. Sorry.
Okay, you just had a hand up by accident. That's fine.
Yeah, no, that was just me thinking. Sorry.
Getting good signal. Speaking of signal.
Someone cast the spell DM again.
Speaking of signal.
Back to us.
I think what it is that he casts Blink, doesn't he? And he just
back.
Yeah.
blinks off every so often.
I thought it had been solved. I was wrong. I was so wrong. It's not the internet. It's something to do with Discord, or the firewalls are open. Who knows? Either way, 23, I believe, hits Halite.
Yes, it does.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw? Oh my god, not quite minimum. You take 4 points of piercing damage because you are raging. That is reduced to 2 points of piercing damage. On a 22 Constitution saving throw, it bites into you. You feel a pulse along your veins as you take, that would have been 23 again, different numbers, but still adds up to 23, reduced to 11 points of poison damage to you, Halite. So a total of 13, I believe. Cool.
Yes.
following the orders of its master, it does not move from this plane, and that's the end of its turn as Taxes is your turn. Anything else I've missed there? Nope.
No, I was just
Cool.
gonna say that I there's like 4 of me, and I just want to make a fuss. So
Okay.
that they attack me rather than anyone else.
Highlight is also making a fuss and
Yeah, well, I'm
allowing
making
people
a
to have
fuss.
advantage to take on him.
I'm making a fuss.
Okay.
We're
If
doing
you
the same thing.
You see that it's starting to attack Highlight, and you just start making noise and waving. All 4 of these duplicates just waving and making a big fuss as we come to
We're voguing right
Taxes.
now. We're voguing.
Taxes.
Are we still flanking the spider? Just a double.
Yes.
Yeah. If not, you could easily move yourself in position to do so.
Fine, I'm flanking. I'll keep my cool and stay in the spot. But with that case, I will pull out my rapier. I'll use my rapier and slash at it, and my offhand could do a bonus action with a dagger then. But I'm not proficient in it still. But
I believe dagger. I believe a rapier is not a light weapon, so you couldn't have a dagger in the offhand. Again, that's very
it's the offhand weapon has to be light. So main hand doesn't matter. The offhand.
Main hand doesn't have to be light. Okay, if that's the case, we'll keep going.
I thought both of them had to be light.
We'll check that later. For now, we'll just continue. It's the difference between doing a D6 and a D8 on the main hand, so it doesn't matter right now.
Steady step.
So, well, cool. So that's a 23 to hit.
23 definitely hits. It's a big spider. It's not very.
So that only does 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage with your rapier. Are you adding sneak attack to that?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to add sneak attack. Shit, it's advantage.
You're a rogue. It's definitely.
Oh,
definitely want to do that.
Only I rolled 3 once, so it's 9 points.
Oh, I mean, you rolled a natural 20. It balances out. Balances.
Yeah, balances out.
Sucks though.
And so then
Perfect roll.
And then the offhand coming around with the dagger.
So that's a plus 3, so 17 or it'd be 17 hit.
17 does hit.
Cool. Do I get sneak attack with that or no? I don't know how that works.
Do you get sneak attack with that? No, you only get that once per round, I believe, for sneak attack.
Let me just find a D4 quickly. The one thing I did not have set up. So that is 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage as you just dig blades into the underside of this thing. Actually, no, you rode the lampad down, so you leap and drag these blades as you are getting your feet back on the ground. But without any further movement from you, we are back at the top of round. Blue. Blue can see a terrifying bullet, and they know if they run, they are likely to get an attack of opportunity. So is going to do the only thing they really can do and scream out something in Sylvan. Badger, you would know that they would be screaming, "We need to deal with this."
You do.
And it's going to launch itself with both hands towards the bullet.
That's dumb.
Is going to go through it because they have wasted their whole turn trying to attack this bullet, and it's going to emerge the other side as they stumble on their weight to go through it. As they can now see what is going on, looks towards you and the 4 versions of you that are all concentrating on the spell, and eyes go wide of like, oh fuck, as they realize they have wasted time here.
Can I wink at it? A wink. Lol.
Calls out in Sylvan. Badger, you would know they are saying, "Come to me," and you watch as this spider blinks out of existence and is no longer there. Something happened on my screen there that was wrong. Roll 20. There we go. Perfect. The blue spider, flanked by the wildfire spirit of Badger and Zeke, is going to move away. I don't think mirror image requires a token, does it? We just acknowledge that there are basically 4 of you in this
There are 4
5-foot
of me.
space,
Yeah.
all playing Ring Around the Rosies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just if you want it.
All
Yeah.
voguing and yeah.
All voguing and drawing attention to themselves.
Yeah.
As Zeke, you see the spider turn to their master and pop out of existence. Make a quick insight check for free.
Oh, free roll.
For boy.
Nice.
21.
21. You know for a fact that mount is going to its master and they're going to try and get the fuck out of here. But they're not going to be able to do that until that spider is back on the material plane and there's going to be a chance to take it out at that point. Because it was near death. If you can take out the spider, they have no way of getting away from you.
It's outside of my range.
Does Halite know this as well?
This is something that Zeke has gleaned that knowledge from. Oh, they called out that the spider turned, looked, and started moving in that direction before they went from this plane. Zeke has gleaned that because Zeke is looking in that direction. Halite is focused in the other direction. Zeke is very able to share this information if they want to.
I'm going to get inside the bullet, but I'm fully under the impression that it's an actual bullet.
You see this bullet now and you're like, oh, when did that show up?
Like, oh, what?
Why? Why is that here?
Yeah, it's currently outside of my range. I don't actually know how that projectile fist worked yet.
You do not, but you feel it. You know that there is that connection between you and what lies around your neck.
Okay, I actually have something thematic.
Okay.
I am going to attempt to move the 35 feet towards him, which gets me to about here.
Okay.
Just shy, so I'm still short of where he is. And as I'm doing it, I'm going to be kind of cursing to myself under my breath that I can't get to him. And at that point, I'd like to activate the tentacle chain, if I could, please.
Hell yes. As you are reaching out towards them, trying to like hand extended, trying to bind this thing, stop it from running away. You guys watch as, if you are indeed watching, which probably at this point only Halite has direct eyes on this, as a spectral chain of silver indent rings, massively enlarged in form, bursts from the ground beside this creature. I'm going to give you a token to control it and let you decide where it goes, controlled by, I was going to say all players now to make things easier.
You got that token so fast. Jesus.
I have used Roll20 a lot.
I'm just going to put it right
also,
there, right in front of him.
Expecting it a little bit. As these writhing chain bursts up in this near spectral blue light. A light that you see is emanating from the chain around Zeke's own neck.
And I would like to use the spell attack that it counts as for it, which is... It just doesn't say what it is to hit. 1 second.
It's okay. Halite, remember you are up next, then Diana.
Melee spell attack.
Yeah, melee spell attack against one creature within 10 feet of it on a hit. Does 1d8 and it reduces its speed by 10 feet. I guess it's just a regular d20 then, because it can't see anything. Saying? No, that's
melee spell attack would be your proficiency plus your charisma.
It's not going to make it because it's a 3 that would. Even if I maxed everything out, it's probably going to put it below a 10.
You could
so
give it a go. You keep it.
Oh, yes, I could. Yes. That's it's a D8, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 7, and then my 8 technically puts me to 10.
10.
10 flat.
10 flat, unfortunately, is not enough. Because even you are surprised that this has happened. As you reach out, you just see this spectral chain burst forth from the ground, lash out towards them as an extension of your own will. As and then you just feel this resistance from within the chain at the idea of being used in this way, and it goes just out of your control, enough for the lampad to throw their body out of the way as it goes slamming onto the ground next to them with a cacophonous boom. As the chain falls against them.
What's happening to me?
Cool. That is your.
That's all I can do.
Okay, cool. Halite, you saw all that. Also, on your turn, I'm going to say it doesn't take you any movement to move into the healing spirit that is on you.
It is on him, yes.
Cute Badger.
Yes,
so roll that
a cute
healing.
Badger.
Badger, what happened? You're a ghost.
It's great. It's a kind of good badger. Don't worry.
I am a nature spirit.
Ghost. I am but a spirit. Yes.
Halite looks at the ghost badger, then looks to the right and see the hell badger.
So many
Fire and water badger, or whatever it was.
Oh my god, magical incarnations of both sides of.
I have a question though.
Badger.
Mhm.
Since I have my fire badger out, I do get a bonus on a D8 for every healing or fire damage.
Because you are a wildfire healer, and you have your wildfire spirit out, and you do get a bonus to your healing, I believe.
Yeah, so I get a D8.
It's been a hot while since I've played with the wildfire tree.
Also,
I do get an extra D8. So that would mean that Halite you
Every
get.
time.
Yes, every time.
Ignore that, by the way.
That is a 3 plus 4, so that is a total of 7 hit points
The
that it
enhanced
heals
bond.
you.
The badgers are helping each other.
Just a
Thanks,
FYI.
Badger. Badgers.
Badgers.
Well, it's whenever you cast a spell. So it's not going to be every time, but I'm going to say this time, certainly yes.
That's mine. That I just posted. Just. If you do get
Yes.
any healing or anything, just so you're aware. I don't know who still has an inspiration, but
It's
there.
currently only
It's there
Zeke that
now.
still has it. Halite's gonna look at Zeke. What the heck's happened to you, man? You've changed. And
Change.
then Halite's gonna take a step back and completely absorb the space as he starts to grow very, very, very large.
Yeah, you step back, but do not at all change you do not go out of their distance from them. As you go large. He's a large boy.
Put
Maybe
this
you're so
away.
big.
Bring this one out.
Not the first time you said that.
Appropriately sized guitars.
Appropriately sized guitar.
I even
And-
thought about it and then still said it. I'm sorry.
So, to clarify here, because you are a barbarian runic knight, you currently have used your bonus action to rage, your bonus action to get huge, and your bonus action to get frost giant strength thing at the same time.
Yes.
You are supercharged right now with everything.
I
you
use
can
my
do.
bonus actions for everything.
Yes.
You get multiple bonus actions. I wish there was an action surge for bonus actions. Speaking of actions, Halite's like, what are you doing back here? And grab the green guy who came back for his mount. And now that I'm big, it should be even easier to throw him back towards the door.
I'm going to give him disadvantage on this roll because you're big. I think it's a decent thing to do here.
We're doing the same thing, grabbing him and then throwing him.
Yeah, you have to be at 12 to grab him. Yeah, that'll do it.
19.
And then the DC is still the same. I'm going to give you advantage on the throw because you are massive
advantage
now.
anyway.
You do have advantage anyway. Roll the dice and we'll see if you need the help. 16.
16.
I'm gonna adjust that DC because you are, rather than a medium-sized creature throwing a medium-sized creature, you are a huge creature. I'm gonna say that's enough that you ring that door like a gong yet again. And I mean it's a shorter distance as well, I think technically. Because you
I am
pick him
closer,
up,
like by 5
you'll be
feet.
there. Yeah, you're definitely closer than you were before. So lower DC makes sense for all kinds of reasons. I'm going to roll a d6 of. Now you roll a d6 of damage, bludgeoning as he goes slamming back into that door.
Am I adding my giant might feature?
Of course you are. You are using the door as an improvised weapon.
So that's that's a 6 for the regular damage, and another d6. So that's a 6.
Spence.
7, 8, 9. 9 damage.
9 points
For
of
9 door damage.
9 door damage.
Damage.
As in the space of 6 seconds, or just over 6 seconds, you have picked this guy up, thrown him, knocked the door, he has scrambled back to his mount and told it to attack you rather than getting away. You have picked him up again and thrown him against the exact same door.
Stay over there!
He might. He might. As we... that is your action movement. No, you haven't used movement if you would like to. Otherwise, we're going to go on to Diana's turn, who is born a witness to all of this.
I don't know where I would move, so I'm going to say put.
Cool.
Cool. I'm gonna vogue.
Okay.
Just 10 foot across, so I'm within 60 foot of Dewey. And I said, if you're still alive, you should probably get some healing. And you can have some healing word. What?
Yep.
Yeah. That is at 3rd level, so that is 3d4. We have 3 of these. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Also, Highlight rolled a 18 for his athletics. I didn't say the number. I do apologize.
Yes, because adding the +2 because of frost giants stuff.
That's 10 points of healing.
10 points of healing as you extend
Very
a... Well, I guess if you're still alive...
I guess if you're still alive, you should definitely have some healing. That's advised.
You are
That's how much I care.
reinvigorated by a small chorus of voguing Dianas.
Yeah,
Diana
like
and
we're
a
all,
backing singers.
can we all? Yeah, this is great. This is gonna happen in the next gig. By the way, this is fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, Splitlick's working on it.
Yeah.
You can't tell if he's seeing double or triple or...
How does Hal feel right now? There's
I'm seeing double. There's 4 of them.
There's 4 of them.
Fun tonight.
Yeah.
You still have your action.
I do. I'm going to guys, you know this flute that I'm not really. Oh hey, I actually can play the flute. But yeah, you know this flute that I have.
You can play
I'm gonna just whip it out, and it's just a rapier.
A flute, like handle disguised as a flute as you whip out. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, I know, right?
I thought that flute was suspiciously long.
It was.
Real.
Or a really short rapier. I don't know.
It's true.
Don't know yet. Yeah, I'm gonna attack the spider.
Do it.
Cool. Yay. Am I flanking with
Ah,
my
yeah,
light?
flanking.
I know
I will allow.
did move.
Yeah, I'll allow flanking.
Okay. Oh, I rolled 11 both times. But it is a 16 to hit.
Yeah, definitely hits.
Cool. Stupid 11.
As you see its eyes trying to fix on where the blow is going to come from as you dance between your mirror images,
Nice.
and then lean forward and stab at the one it was not expecting that, and now it is eyes focused on you, trying to figure out which one's which and which one is going to try and bite.
Which one is it? And then that is that's a 10. 10 damage for that. Max damage.
10 points of damage. Ooh, that is a blow to this thing. As you pull back and see a spatter of this amber black ichor that falls onto the autumn leaves below.
Hey, turns out that Squishy Diana is a melee fighter. Oh.
This whole time.
This whole time. Oh, that was a good round.
That was fun. Badger and then Dewey will be next, but Badger, you are up.
Yes, hello. I have 2 technical questions, mostly because I'm stupid. And I don't know this game very well, even though I say I do.
That's fine.
Concentration spells. I cannot cast any other spells except cantrips. Well,
you can cast other spells that aren't concentration.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That was what I wanted. Secondly, can I use a bonus action as an action? But it's not the other way around. No.
You can't exchange either way.
Okay. Cool. Cool. then I will do. I would like to use my bonus action to move my friendly badger, the spirits badger, onto Seek, because I can move it up to 30 feet as a bonus action.
You can.
And I will want to do that, so I will move it to Seek, because he is 27 feet away from the thing.
Cool. When Zeke starts their turn, the badger will. The badger will basically leap through the chest of Zeke as they are healed.
Yes, exactly.
I wish spirits would stop attacking me.
Exactly that.
So many goddamn
That is
spirits.
your bonus action. You have an action, and then obviously you have Askar, your fire spirit, after.
Yes. Thing is, I now use my bonus actions. I cannot instruct Asgard what to do, so Asgard is useless right now. But what I would like to do is cast. I'm pretty sure. Oh, she's 35 feet. Wait.
You can move. You still have all your movement.
I do. But my healing word is 60 feet, so we're fine. We're fine.
You've
I'll
used
throw
your
a
bonus,
healing
you've
word
used your
at
bonus
Taxus.
action to move the healing spirit. So you have your action left.
Yes.
Healing,
Which is... Wait,
healing word is a bonus action. Yeah.
I am sorry.
If you have cure wounds, I think you can easily close the distance to
I do have cure wounds.
to do that instead. Or you could try and hurt it because it's looking hurt. Everything you see on the field right now is looking very, very hurt.
Except for me.
Except for you.
The only thing that looks slightly more hale and not at death's door is the one that Halite just threw into a door. It's not looking as injured, it's just clutching its head in agony.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I guess I'll attack the spider then.
Go for it.
I'll use Scorching Ray because that is my favorite thing.
Yeah, you have 3 rays. You can decide if 2 are going on 1 or all 3 are going on 1.
Oh, you're right. I can do that. Ooh.
You, like full firebender, just stand and pose, hands go out the side, and just raise a flame from each if you would like to.
Oh, yes. Because the range is 120 feet.
Yep.
I'll do it.
You could hit. You can't hit everyone unless you can cast it at a high level, in which case you can hit everyone.
I can. Technically, I can. Yeah.
You can hit the one that went into the ethereal plane.
No.
That's the only one you can't hit.
I can't hit that one. But yes, no. Okay. We'll do the fun thing and throw it at 3rd level. Why not?
Nice.
Because then we do have.
Perhaps you 5 different rays, I believe. No, it's a second
3rd level or
spell,
higher, so additional. Yes, 4 total. So
4
1
total.
for each.
1 for each of them. Go for it.
Yes.
Let's start top to bottom. So let's start with the blue lampad at the top next to that chain.
Yes. So then I would roll a d20 plus.
Roll a d20 plus your
plus spell attack. That is 18 plus 7, so 25.
Absolutely. Yep.
Do we roll damage for that one as well?
Let's do all the attacks and see who hits, and then we'll go down the damage. So
then we do the green fucker next to the door.
Green fucker next to the door.
That is a 7 plus 7, so that's a 14.
Unfortunately, that one misses.
That misses. Okay, the green one's spider then.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 16 plus 7, so that
Definitely
is...
hits. Yep.
Yes. And then the red spider. That is a 13 plus 7, that's a 20 total.
So the one in front of the door is the only one you don't hit. So roll 2d6 and then do it again, and then do it again, and tell me the total each time.
Since it's fire damage, I do an additional 1d8 to...
Yeah.
With your enhanced bond, whenever you cast a spell that deals fire damage, roll a d8, gain a bonus equal to 1 damage or healing roll of the spell. So you get to choose who that d8 goes to.
Okay, so only one of them.
Only one of them.
Okay, then I will do that to the spider next to the squishies.
Okay.
But...
Thank you.
Which one's the squishies?
The squishies, the 2 of them. You are... Okay, I don't count you as 4 people.
Yeah! There's 4 of me and we're not squishy. I just proved that.
But okay, the one at the furthest back, the one at the end.
As you know, I'm doing
Right.
fucking amazing in this combat.
So rather than
pretty squishy.
actually no, given your ankle, it's a perfect line. Just full firebender, just pushing out with flames jetting from you, and then a final kick towards one at the green door, but the green one at the door, which does miss. But the rest of them are just caught in a scorching ray.
Yes.
So let's start with the top. So roll me 2d6.
Oh, that is 2 ones, so that's
Oof.
that's 2
2 points of
damage.
fire damage to that lampad.
Yeah.
Now roll me 2d6 again, and we'll do the last one with the maximum damage.
That is a 2 and a 4, so 6 total.
6 points of damage to the middle one, and roll me 2d6 and a d8 for.
That is 7 plus 5, so that is 12 damage to the.
12 points of damage.
spider.
Oh, that spider's looking crispy. It does not. It's on the brink of death, but it is not
Oof.
there yet.
Okay.
You've used your action movement bonus as we come to Dewey. As just the flame dies away and you see the Sphinx like wobbling, barely able to hold itself.
Oh yeah, Dewey is now like, oh god, it's on fire now.
Up.
It could be worse
and
than spiders.
we'll
Spiders
just
on fire.
continue. We'll just stab at it twice again.
Stab.
That's oh my god, that is a 19 and a 20 that I just rolled. That is. Mwah.
The two dexterous people at the back just getting crits after crits after
That
crits.
What are you guys doing down there?
my
Get up
God.
here!
Roll your damage for his first attack.
Absolutely whistling, whistle while I work as well.
While
Get
you
the,
wreck.
get the swarm in again on the bits of it that aren't on fire. And it's oh my god, that's really good. That is
Don't say it's another
Beautiful.
20.
no. This is the
So this is the damage.
Oh, okay,
So that
good.
is
How you roll 20.
Is it a 20?
17 points for that first attack. 17 points of damage.
Absolutely wreck this thing. Unless you have a description, I was going to say that Dewey, literally, you begin to like skid on these autumn leaves, and your birds carry your arms as you just as you skid
slid up
underneath
and
it,
just-
propelled by the birds, just slitting this thing's underbelly open as
Yes.
you go, and it collapses to the ground, very dead.
Ah,
Very dead.
it's covered in gore.
Covered in gore. Yeah, one bird on the left is like slow, so like the whole of that left arm is just covered in gore.
Hold on. Bonus actions. Have I got anything good that I can do? No. In that case, I will move a little bit closer.
Closer to the rest of the fight up there.
Yeah, and get to about there, and
We can't hear you. Ben just said something.
yeah, no, I'll hit. Yeah, I'll hit.
Just saying, how far is there?
How far is there?
Yeah, it's about 30 foot away from where I was.
Yeah, about
It's
30 foot
still-
from the rest of the fight.
Yes.
But it's still going on.
You can go a bit further.
Yes, just that run a
Little
bit
further
closer.
away, but still, yeah. As Dewey sprints, runs, skids underneath, slicing their way through, does not break as they continue to run as the beast dies behind them. It would be their turn now, but they don't have a turn because they're dead. Is there anything else
Yay.
on your turn? Sorry, Dewey.
No, that's about all I can. That's about all I can do
Cool.
for now. So I just run a bit close to where the rest of the action is.
Green is going to. What would they do here? They heard somebody call escape. They can just about see through their splitting headache that Red has just been massacred. They, first of all, definitely push themselves away from the door. A good 14 feet away. I'm going to say 15 foot. They see the lay of the land now that they can see straight, but cannot take an action or reaction. They are flanked on all sides. They do the smart thing. They run up to their mount. Oh, they can't mount it this time. They don't have enough movement. Oh, but they can. They shout to me in Sylvan. Their mount runs up to them. They mount it. Diana will get an attack of opportunity on this thing.
Cool.
Do it.
Then I will cast Guiding Bolt because I am a warcaster.
Oh, very nice.
Holy shit!
I'm gonna
Yes.
let you do.
Fuck it.
Yes. Yeah. As soon as it moves out of your range, you do not. Yeah. There's no like disadvantage or anything from range, especially with like your mirror images. It does not know who to go for. Make the guiding bolt attack. Yes, please. Yes.
Come on, babe.
Oh no, that's not good. It's only a 7. Boo.
Oh, 7 total.
Yeah.
With advantage?
Oh.
Do we say advantage? Because you were originally flanking it, and then I'm going to say the mirror image helped you last time. I'm going to give you advantage on this.
14.
Did you? Oh, you did roll it.
14.
Was it? 14 is just enough to hit it.
I was trying
Roll
to
your damage.
remember. I was like, is
Light
that
'em
enough?
up.
Yes, because it's only a +3 to hit. Yeah, 14.
14. Roll your damage. Neri, did you have a question or hand up again? No, cool.
No.
Just stretching. Cool.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's
Hands
okay.
just up constantly.
It's confusing.
Miri, if you need help, just do this.
The double hands, yes.
Yeah.
That's 14 damage.
You obliterate this thing in divine light. Yeah, you can tell me more about how it happens, but
Yeah.
it tries to run from you, and nope.
So it's kind of like it's my sun elf thing that I get directly from Atuna herself, and it comes in the form of like the sun, and just kind of like just comes out of me just in
radiant boom.
radiant.
And the phase spider, you will have to look away for a second of just the intensity of the light, but when it comes back, there is only a smoking husk where the phase spider was. The lampad also sees this, has half their movement and a bonus action that they can't use. It's gonna fucking run in this direction. There's a fucking bullet there, so what can they do? They're not gonna run towards the door. They're not gonna run this way because that's Zeke. There's a fire badger there and everybody else. They have to run this way. There's nowhere else they can go.
So it's going directly west.
Can the bullet like
Directly away from the door, trying to thread the needle between Zeke killing Blue and Halite, Diana, and the rest of the party directly to their own left as they are just legging it, head in the hands, screaming.
The bullet. Don't forget the bullet that it believes is there.
Yes,
yeah,
very
the
true.
bullet is like.
Also, I remind you, that's its turn.
Oh, fun! Who gets
taxes.
to kill it next?
You see all of this. You are quite far away from the battle by virtue of how you positioned yourself to get the best strike upon red, which worked incredibly effectively. You can see on the field there are only 2 lampads, but you know that there is a spider in the ethereal plane, and you can see that Zeke is still running towards that lampad. In the far distance, because you are like about 100 foot away, you see something very strange, and you see a slight glow on Zeke, but it's difficult to make out exactly what's happening between the giant form of Halite blocking your way, an illusory, voguing, sunlight radiant Diana, and a bullet directly in the path.
So my plan is I'm gonna run, hugging the tree lines. Again, go in the original direction I wanted to go in the first place before Dewey got in trouble, which will get me in a line of sight for the green lamp pot that's running.
Okay.
I want to do a bonus action for insight for fighting, so with my insight against its deception.
For green is this?
Yep. Green one. That one.
They are good at this, but not on a natural 2, they're not. That's an 8.
That was a 24. So
Yeah.
in that case, I get advantage on hitting it, and I use my bow and arrow, which gives me sneak attack if I hit it as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Don't kill it. I wanted to throw it into the door again.
Yeah.
So that's a 16 to hit.
Yeah, definitely it's.
Cool. So I need to double check my bow and arrow. It's a
D-
D6.
D6, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do 4d6 plus 3. Oh, so 4, 8, 12, 13, 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. Ow. It is now. It's no longer looking as healthy as it was before. It is hurt.
That's all I can do.
Cool. Top of the round. Blue is going. First of all, the spider's going to come back into existence.
Oh, yeah.
From the plane of the ethereal. It
It's over
is
there.
going. You see Blue mount up with half of their movement. It knows, and so it commands. Yeah, the lampad knows, and so it commands to move away, despite the spider not knowing. The spider's fully expecting a blow, but its master is commanding it away, so it is going to move. Basically, it would move off the map because it's used its bonus action. It would just use its movement and action to get away at this point. The lampad still has an action, and is just going to turn behind themselves and throw some. Just see the extension of the hands that reach out as. It's going to go towards Zeke with both of them. No, it's going to go towards a massive guy there as well. So one towards Zeke, one towards Halite.
What's it doing?
Actually, you know what? No, it's going to go towards Diana, the spellcaster. It's going to use. It's going to use Chill Touch, but because it is a lampad, which is cool as fuck, it gets to do that twice and gets to do its spell attack. Its stat block is weird, which is why I chose it because I love it. So it's a +6. One towards Zeke is only going to be a 12 to hit. Misses as the grasping claw comes forward and you just stumble out of the way as it sort of tries to snatch the air beside you. That's a natural 1 to hit Diana.
Do you hit?
No,
Do you
nat
fumble,
1.
folks?
Ooh.
Do you fumble?
You can fumble your own rules.
I can fumble here. So for those who might be watching for the first time, this is Fumble, folks, which means a nat 1 is a fumble, but because it's annoying and bad to fumble and miss, and that's it. That's the end of your turn. But it's fun to fail upwards. We are of the opinion that on a nat 1, you succeed in what you're trying to do at a relatively significant cost to yourself. If anybody has a suggestion for what that can be, it's just Lampad. Yes, I think Ben's and Doran's hands both shot up.
Oh god.
I wonder.
Dora may go first. I would just like to argue that my chain would get an attack of opportunity as they're attempting to run away from it.
Does it act as an entity? Does it get an attack of opportunity?
It classes as an extended entity of myself.
Fuck yes.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, and it is voluntarily moving itself on the spider, so you can hit the spider or it. I will tell you the spider definitely looks most hurt.
I'm going to try and take out the spider's legs.
Because, if you get rid of the spider, it has no way of escaping this plane.
My fumble suggestion is, since the lampad said, get out of here, run, and then he immediately casted with both hands, he's not holding on to anything, so he just falls off, and the spider runs away without him.
Yes!
We're going to see if the spider survives. I believe that 16 was an attack to hit.
It's a soft 20 to hit.
I'll absolutely hit the spider.
And then it's 7 points of cold damage.
The spider beneath him is wrapped in this tentacle, is frozen and pulled into the ground a little bit by this chain dragging what would be beneath the waves, but just dragging into the earth. As they try and launch out with these spell attacks, they go fucking arse over tea kettle. It does hit technically Diana, but can you roll your mirror images because it might well hit one of the voting ones.
Cool.
It hits a Diana, but which one?
It does hit a Diana.
Watch, it's gonna hit the real one.
It hits
now.
a duplicate.
It hits a duplicate.
I rolled
So
an 11.
fumbled and failed upwards directly into a mirror image. Arzo Tea Kettle, the rest of their movement they cannot use to stand up. Actually, no, they can just about manage to get up with the rest of their movement from prone, but they cannot move any further away from where it would have left the range of the... I'm going to say it's here on the map, because that is where the Spider-Man got taken down. Oh god, how clever are they? Not very clever in this moment. And so they managed to get back up to their feet and look towards the entire rest of the party bearing down in their direction, as well as a Bullet and a voguing Diana, yes. Who is unfazed.
There's only 3 of me now. I'm mourning.
Zeke!
I'm mourning the loss of one of my Dianas.
No, Diana!
Yeah.
At the start of your turn, a badger bursts through your chest.
Exploded.
Yeah. You heal 5 hit points.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome.
It blew out your
For
chest.
context, for those listening in, Zeke is 3 foot tall.
3 foot tall.
So the badger is about the size of your chest.
It's the majority of my torso, yes.
Yes, yes.
It's a friendly badger, so you're okay.
Do you have a word limit for what can be said as a free action on turns?
We usually do 7 here. I'm going to say if it's an efficient message, and I get probably allowed to like 15, to be honest.
Highlight, make sure you kill that one.
Yep.
While
Don't have to
pointing
tell
towards
me
you.
twice, bud.
And then I am going to use 10 feet of my movement. Oh, actually, I'm going to use 15 feet because you said he's on his back, didn't you?
He used the last of his movement to stand up from prone.
Okay. Damn it! I was going to MMA mount him.
He tried to move away. When Arthur Tea Kettle was prone, and then used the rest of his movement to stand up.
That's fine. I'm going to go and try and put his kneecap backwards.
Oh god, I just registered what you said.
It's a 12 to hit, which I'm guessing misses.
12 unfortunately does miss. They
Did you ever use
interestingly
your, bardic inspiration, and then it?
Oh no, because I technically
failed,
didn't,
right?
because it failed. Yes.
Then you can
yes,
use it
and
again.
as an eloquent bard, you just get to keep going.
So
Oh,
that
does
would
that
put
hit?
it. That puts up to 16.
16 definitely hits.
Yes.
Come on, give me full
Now it goes
damage. That's only 3 points of damage, but I'm essentially going for the kneecaps.
Yes, you do not manage to bend it backwards, but you make a solid, sickening crunch into it.
That's fine. Maybe I do with my second blow. Which is a 23 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And is the full 8 points of damage.
This time, I will say you launch forward with both of your feet and just kick in short succession as you hear as something that sounds like tree bark breaks beneath your feet.
Wonderful. Is he still alive?
He's still alive. He's badly
Flurry of
badly
blows. So if you're saying that because I'm drop kicking, I am gonna be trying to punch his sternum as he's falling down towards me as I'm going through the air because fucking monk shit.
Yeah, within the space of a few seconds, he's collapsing to the ground as you are landing and launching yourself back up with your fists.
That's a 15 to hit.
Is their exact armor class.
Cool. Good to know. It's another 5. 21. And another 3. So another
3.
additional 8 points of damage over the flurry of blows.
With the another 8 points of damage with flurry of blows.
Yes.
Okay. With that, you land on the ground, punch upwards, able to support themselves on one leg with the other leg completely buckled and non-functional. They are standing and just wobbling. You almost stopped them falling over by punching into his chest so hard that you felt what would be ribs break beneath your fist. Still technically standing by the thinnest margin into what he calls life. Anything else?
Fine, It's fine if he tries to run away. I'll just attack of
Or
opportunity him
abuse.
too.
Very true. Halite, your friend's here.
I said, don't move. I move 10 feet towards him.
Sylvan, you hear, Sylvan, Badger, you hearing Sylvan, oh, fuck.
Before I do what Halite does,
Yeah.
I made an observation. Diana's a Pokemon.
Mhm.
She used Double Team, and then she used Solar Beam, and it was super effective.
It was
Yeah.
super
True
effective.
story.
All right, I'm gonna throw him now.
Okay. Again, because I'm giving him disadvantage because you're
23.
Yeah, that'll do it. For those wondering, he rolled a total of 4.
He's giving up
And
at this
your
point.
distance is your distance is closer now. So, is it? DC is going to be
19.
Like-
roll me a D6.
Picking up an
Giant's
American
might
football
as
and
well,
just-
so 2d6. As just same ankle.
Do I add +2 from Rage?
Yes, why not?
8 damage.
8 points of damage as he's running from you. You see the leg like kick up behind him, and some autumn leaves go like flying as you just lean forward, barely having to move yourself, and just whip your body around discus style as he goes spiraling like spread eagle flat, smacking into the side of the thing. You with another sickening crunch against the door. Oh my god!
What's the matter? You wanted to get in?
It's dreadful fighting the Juggernaut.
Don't worry, I'll make sure you won't move this time, and then I'm gonna advance another. Wait, sorry, move 10.
God, yeah.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah.
So 20. So 20 feet. So I moved 10 feet closer, threw him 10 feet away, and then to move 10 feet closer.
Just
Don't
slamming
move.
footsteps as they are screaming, like eyes just. They do not have eyes, they're just glowing behind the bark, where roughly their eyes should be. But they are having the baddest day.
The worst day.
And then since I've used everything but my bonus action, second wind.
Second win. The action economy is insane.
Oh no.
So that's a 4 + 4? No, 5 + 4. There you go.
Okay. Hey,
That's the only
Diana. There are 2 lampads on the field. There's the dead body of all 3 spiders, and
Which one looks
yeah.
the most hurt? About
which one
out of
looks
these
most
two?
hurt? Most hurt is blue. The most
Emotionally
terrified
hurt.
the most terrified is
He's
green.
creed.
Cool. Then I will. How's everyone looking with like health?
Halite's fucking golden.
Well, yeah, I wasn't asking you though.
You said everyone. I'm a part of everyone.
The squishy boy still needs some healing.
Hey.
Hey,
Actually, to be honest, that 10 healing did help a great deal in the last turn. So
good. I'm glad. Cool. Then I will. That's really mean. I will. Yeah, I will cast Healing Word on you. Not as much as last time, but I will do it again. So that's a 2d4. That's a 9.
who's that to? Sorry, is that?
That's for you. That's for you. And a bird.
Oh,
That's it.
is this time you saying like you feeling better? Good, you should.
Yeah. No. God, you're greedy. Same gist, roughly the same words to the green lampert. Lampert? I don't know what they say.
Lampad.
Lampad.
Lampad. Lampad.
Lampad. Yeah, you know, same kind of tone to the lampad as well, but it's this time it's vicious mockery.
Oh god. What's the save again? That's a 4 on the dice, so I don't think it matters. So
No,
it's a
it doesn't
fail.
matter, but it's probably a fail. It's a wisdom.
What was it,
Oh, they have magic resistance.
Oh no.
I knew they had magic
That's
resistance.
a
Oh, they might.
10, unless it's a charisma save, which I don't think it is.
It's a wisdom.
Oh,
but
anything.
it's-
Anything, it's not going to matter. Yeah, fail, definitely.
Oh, cool. And I'll be like mushrooms are really gross. So.
Screaming like
Which
almost.
is a fact.
I'm offended.
With Hallite in front of them, voguing Diana's, you just step forward and just pull like Queen Bee out of a bad 80s high school movie. Just go, mushrooms are gross. And
are really gross.
roll your damage as they continue to scream but are now
no, I got 2
insulted.
It's only a 2.
Now for multiple reasons.
It's a 2.
2 points.
I got
2 points of psychic damage, and if they could do anything on their turn,
they.
they would do it now with disadvantage.
Crying is a free action, Sam.
Crying is a free action.
But they have disadvantage on the next attack roll. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they could ever attack.
If they could ever attack without
Then
being
it-
thrown immediately
so
back
that's
into a cold iron door.
Mushrooms are gross. So.
Mushrooms are gross. Okay, we have Badger.
Yes. I would like to start my bonus action by instructing Aska
Ask
to
her.
hit the fucker, hit the one the furthest away, the long.
Is Badger with like fire roiling from their mouth just turns towards? Is it blue or green you're aiming?
The blue one, the
furthest
blue one.
away, engaged with Zeke. Cool.
Yes.
Did you do that after your turn, I believe?
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
But that was
so you still
so
have
that,
your action.
exactly. So I would like to move. Let's see. Let me show this to you. Yeah, 15 feet, I guess it is. Yeah, almost 15, 11 feet. Down to Taxis.
Mm-hmm.
Touch you a little bit, if that's okay with you.
I mean, I'm not unconscious, so I give
You're
consent.
not unconscious, it's okay. And I would like to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds important, kids.
Yep, sorry.
Cool.
And so that is 1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier, which is a 4. So that
And
is
add another D8 because you
another
have your
d8,
wildfire.
exactly.
So good.
that is
That
8
is
plus
awesome.
5.
You're a
That
monster.
is 13 plus my modifier, which is 4. 13 plus 4, I can't math. Quit 17. 17.
I only lost 11, but okay. Thank you.
You guys were worried about this fight.
I fixed it.
You
Don't
seem
worry, you're all
to be
better.
here.
You're all better now.
Things looked a lot worse at the
And
end of
then I
last
would
section.
like to move the 15
Yeah, I
feet
did.
back to my original position.
'Cause
Again.
Badger wasn't here.
Trust me. Cool.
So that's gonna be my turn.
Okay.
And then Askar.
As Gar's gonna fuck shit up. As they
Yeah.
belch forth a seed of flame that travels through the air with
Wow.
like a full firework directly towards this lampad. Roll for the attack.
The attack is natural 20.
Fuck yes, it is.
So that is 27 in total.
Yep. Roll your damage dice.
What's
Roll it a second time to add because it is a critical hit.
Yeah, with the
yes,
flame seed
so-
dice will be doubled as well because it's a crit. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
'Cause it's the-
Everything.
2d6 plus 3, I believe, because it's a crit. In this-
2d6 plus 3. Yes, that is correct. So we're running 2d6. That is 4 plus 3. So that is 7 plus 3. That is 10 damage.
Okay.
Fire.
I was going to say, it has 7 hit points left, so I was like, oh, 7 exactly, plus a 3. Yeah, you extra kill it. As Zeke, just zooming over your shoulder, there's just like a... hits the thing, it looks down in its chest, and as a fiery explosion rips this thing into pieces. Asga's a good badger. And,
Yes, good badger.
Yeah.
Don't
Rush
be,
your
it's fire.
barbecue, everyone.
that is Asgar's turn. We are going to say, because this thing is incapacitated, Halite, it is essentially up to you what happens at this point. I'm sorry if people feel like I'm taking player agency away, but we're going to go to a quick break. As Halite, this thing is in front of you. Does it live or die?
It dies, but with panache.
It dies with panache. How does it die with panache? As it is screaming up into your face.
I grab it, but basically by the collar, grab it by his ankles, and use it to ram open the door.
Make me a strength check.
Strength check or athletics?
This would be. I'm just gonna say this is a straight strength check.
Okie dokie.
Full on like bouncer ejecting them from a building.
Oh, so bad.
You
So
crush it.
13.
You try and use it as a ram. It is not the most sturdy of things, as its body is crushed and the door is unmoved. And as its body crumples to the ground, you look up to this door and you see that is not just a plain door this close. You can see that there are strange symbols that adorn it. As we are going to take a quick break. But when we come back, the party will be gathering in front of this door as we take a very quick flashback to the time that they spent in Forstalia. But we will be back. We will try and be back at the latest 5 past, but it might be a bit later if there are technical issues. Otherwise, we will see you very soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Hey everyone, we are back. The party has just defeated a small band of lampadds atop of their face, spiders in front of a strange, cold iron-bound door that did not relent to Highlight trying to use one of the lampadds as a battering ram to get in. Looking at these strange symbols, but also in dire need of a rest, we are going to take a quick flashback from this point in the chronology of our Rapid Riders as we go through our flashback. Because we went past Forstalia and the party had decided actually they really wanted to have gone there, and so we are going to fit that into chronologies. For those keeping count, the party leaves Johannes' shack before they take that long rest in that nestled cliffside area. They spend their day travelling to Forstalia and then reach that point. We're fitting it into there. Badger picking the wildflowers still along the way, bright sunlight in the sky. The party reach a small copse of trees not too far from Forstalia, and being the only two who wouldn't draw too much attention, Diana and Taxes.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
There
no!
He's going back in time.
Hello.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, the idea is to think we're back in time. You don't have to go actually back in time. Oh, he's come back to the
Rapid
present.
Riders if we didn't have me.
I am the DM now.
Come
I'll
on.
bring him back forward through time.
Times.
Yeah.
I don't know what if people want to. We've troubleshooted in chat. Ben has been wonderful and giving me lots of things to try and fix that. But we get right back into it. As they travel into the town, recommendation of Johannes was to go to this tailor, this woman who not only will be able to do these shirts for Howlite, but will be able to work on common clothes for the rest of you, as well as being someone he knows is sympathetic in some way to the cause. Grelis, an older human woman. As you arrive at the shack, just on the outskirts of like the core, barely a village, beyond a hamlet of Forstalia, this woman comes to the door as you knock and invites you inside and asks what you're here for. Hello.
Hi. No. Hey. I
Hi.
look like a human man.
Ooh, hello.
I have my hood up.
I'm a tailor. I was I'm assuming you want to see my wares. Slightly unusual. I don't recognize you from the village, but if you're traveling, then no.
You did. Yeah. No. I come and go from the village.
Okay, well that's fine. I have many good clothes, and you see commoner clothes everywhere. Nothing like fine or fancy. There's some like thicker traveling furs, but most of it is sort of woven linens, hemp, hessian, that kind of thing.
We have been told that you can make big t-shirts like these. Hold up.
Oh my,
Like
it's
massive.
sort of for a Goliath. Certainly I tailor to all sorts here.
Yes, Goliath.
Yes, I have a couple of Goliath shirts actually. Maybe 2 or 3, if that would suit. Would you want anything else for your apparel? I see you're dressed quite normally, sir, but your partner is
because we didn't come up with a name. The t-shirt that Sarah is wearing right now says Robert. So Robert does prefer the dark, mysterious look, as it were.
Yeah, well, that's absolutely fine, of course. I have inks and dyes. I can.
That would be
change
nice.
it.
Yeah.
Good, well,
Do you have hair dye? Fancy changing my hair.
I have dye that can be made safe for hair. I'll put it like that.
Yeah. Is it gonna fall out?
No.
No. Okay.
Can I do an insight on that?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Probably the most important insight.
That's an 18.
seriously,
This
you
woman
rolled
is hard
26
to read.
on an important insight, and then this
I-
insight, when I need to keep my hair, you rolled
Look.
an 18.
I'm sorry, right? But Robert, like me, we're not good in the fashion, okay? I'm wearing a hood.
Damn it, Robert.
God damn it.
Which one of you is Robert?
I'm Robert.
You're Robert. Okay.
It's Robert.
I guess I've never established this. Does Taxis dress in a masculine or feminine norm?
Usually it's whatever she fucking finds, but like maybe she's sounds
So she's called Robert.
based on the picture I put in. She is wearing a corset, so
So she's Robert.
Hey, don't question.
No, never. I'm just establishing facts. She's Robert. You are. Oh, you haven't given your name yet, but you
I'm
want some
Derek.
hair dye. You want
Nice
some.
to meet
You're
you.
Derek.
Yeah.
Derek and Robert. Lovely to meet you both.
Thank you.
You want some hair dye and some giant Goliath shirts.
Yes.
That's about what we've established so far.
make a suggestion for the shirt.
Hmm.
It needs to be like rip away.
Ooh,
As
could it be
like the one-
Velcroed?
Velcro,
Or like
yes.
a zipper, or, I don't know.
That's
Zips
smart.
Yeah.
are.
Easy
I've
release.
heard of
Quick release.
zips.
Also the trousers.
Zips definitely exist. Don't know what that other thing is. I have a zip. I haven't used it yet. It's very expensive. It's an intricate ironwork or steel really, because ironwood. It's a clunky. I have a I can make it thread that is quite easily rip away. I can sort of tear and then repair with loose thread. It's very rip away, if that makes sense. Also, I can use a very thin material. I can do that quite quickly, because this is my job. I feel at this point it's important to establish who the fucking people are. Pardon my language, but so far I have a female dressed individual named Robert. Your name
Bobby,
was so quickly made up that I can't even remember it.
Derek!
Derek, that was it.
It's named
You're
after
Derek.
you and your...
You want a Goliath shirt that's rip away and some hair dye.
Okay, look. I thought we could come here with no questions asked. But clearly
If you say
can't.
that, she's like, who told you there would be no questions asked?
Well, I just thought that I didn't think that a tailor would ask questions about my kinks, to be honest.
Make me a deception check. Doran has a quick point of order.
I have a question. So,
Yes.
so Diana's managed herself to look like a guy. Hasn't changed
Yes.
her voice at all, though.
No.
So I assume she's still
Well,
speaking in
I-
a feminine voice.
Well, I can lower
Potentially.
it really
I was going
low.
to say we're putting it on a bit. We just need to do it all the way through.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
just
do
want a
you want me to do
clarification
it
because
as
all this
well?
is fucked.
Oh, yeah. Ground up. What was the deception check?
19.
Well, then, it's just an unusual coincidence. Is there anything else I can give you, Robert and Derek?
Yes, those rip-off trousers in the corner.
Rip-off trousers, of course, just on my shelf here. Labeled for your convenience.
Thank you very
Anything
much.
else? Change of outfits for yourself or any other individuals,
Yes,
perhaps?
yes, and I pick up some just like random common clothes. Just like
This woman
There's a
tried-
mix. As you're picking them at random, you realise for the moment you have a choice for... most of your party are roughly humanoid size.
Yeah, I was gonna say random.
The last stuff you've got, most of it is roughly average human size. There is a point where you have a view on two different things that will fit Zeke. One is standard gnomish clothing, standard gnomish commoners clothing that would fit quite well.
Yep.
The other is clearly for a human child.
Fantastic, I'll have that one.
Cool. You take.
Why?
So,
Why did you give us this choice?
clothes
Obviously.
for a Goliath with kinks, 4 roughly humanoid individuals, and a child. I'm not going to ask any further questions.
Because we do have Dewey as well, so.
Is that all you need here today?
Yeah, we have Dewey as well, so that'll be.
Dewey! Oh, is that your child?
Yeah! No, I didn't say that out loud.
Okay. Okay, I say you're sort of whispering that to...
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking out loud, like, just thinking that,
Dewey's smaller, like an adolescent, yeah.
Yeah, we need, teenage girl kind of clothes.
Yeah. Okay, teenage girl clothing, absolutely. Dress or like pantaloons?
Oh, actually, I've changed my mind because Phil's gonna kill me. Boy clothes.
Boy clothes. Okay, very well. There you are. All of that together with the hair dye. The hair dye will take me a moment, and I need to resize some of these, and I need to cut a hole or cut a line in the back of the Goliath clothing to make it tear away. So give me a good half an hour to do all that. But let's call it 31 silver pieces.
Brilliant. We'll be back.
Wonderful. If you need anything else, obviously there is town hall that most people will be in. If you wanted to catch up on some of the local gossip, or just take your Goliath with kinks and child and adolescent with you. Derek, Robert, it's been wonderful to meet you. I'm going to have a quick lie down if that's okay.
No, you have to make the die.
Yeah.
Okay. And this old woman goes to making your clothes for you. You guys hopefully with no objection here to me moving the scene quickly forward.
Yeah, we'll go and grab some booze as well, don't we? I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
She said, "Oh, there'll definitely be some of that in the town hall."
Thank you.
As you make your way.
What kind of town hall is this?
When she says town hall, she means more village hall. Essentially, this place is built as a medieval village, but it's barely more than a hamlet. There is a big central building that serves for the meeting place and for the decision place and for the food place, where if you don't have a meal or don't have a way of cooking for your own, you come here in the village with like basically everybody looks after each other kind of situation. In this hall, you see, because it is the middle of the day, it is sparsely populated. You see there is a woman sat on the side, flicking a coin, and a dagger that is quite rusted is nestled on the table next to them. You see a belligerently drunk old human man who is pestering her in some capacity. You see, in sort of the next room over, coming out of that, you see an adolescent woman, again human, carrying a tray of freshly baked bread, which looks brilliant, to be honest. It smells fantastic. And you see that there is a grizzled man with mutton chops, very like white and grey, on the side, just lazily watching out on everybody from a sort of bar at the end of the room.
Taxes. You gotta play Guess the NPC.
Yeah, it's playing too. Okay. Alright, but before we do that, can we have a look around to see if any wanted posters of any of our faces in this town?
Make an investigation or perception check.
Is it daylight?
It is daylight.
Yay.
It's midday.
I don't know if you can see or not, but there's a natural 20. So
Natural 20.
It's a 29.
You are 100% certain that there are no wanted posters up anywhere. In fact, you see and locate a board that has like a small like bounties for the glory of the Empire, and there is nothing referring to you on there. There is a bandit that is far to the north. Everything, and it is like old parchment. Like this thing has been here. This bandit might be dead from old age at this point. But clearly there was a point where they thought, well, maybe somebody in Forstalia wants to be an adventurer, and it is on there.
Who does it look like anybody, or just it just doesn't?
It looks like it would be a half orc, half human individual. There is an eye patch. The drawing is terrible. A child could do better. It looks like somebody was told, "Oh, they're a half orc, half," and they said, "Oh, half orc, half human." Sorry, and they said, "Oh, say no more," and just drew what they thought that looked like with an eye patch. Yeah, big tusks, big googly eyes, and like raging eyes, kind of thing. Nobody you remember, certainly.
Cool.
As for that, yeah, if there were anyone supposed to be here, it would be here, and it is empty. I would say, looking at this board and paying some kind of attention to it, the individual with that rusted dagger and the jaded look in their eyes would definitely be watching you and paying attention.
Yeah.
But beyond that, nobody else seems to be paying you much attention in this sleepy little town. Sleepy little village, I should say.
We
Do we
keep eye
go-
contact with this person. Do they say anything or do anything?
Phil, Brocker sees two humans,
Okay.
a man and a woman, come in, have a look around at this dingy, tired little place, and walk up to the bounty board to see the same thing that you have seen again and again, that there is no adventure to be had, beyond probably somebody who's long dead. But they catch your eye and hold your stare as you are just fiddling with this rusted dagger that has seen no use.
Afternoon.
Alright.
Exciting notice board, isn't it?
Yeah. Pretty sure this guy's dead.
True, but I mean, look at that picture. Could be anyone. I mean, I'd assume it's a half orc, but quality of that drawing.
Quite generic.
Who
isn't it?
knows? Who knows?
Half orc, where?
Yes, Doran Jarrett, the belligerently drunk old human man,
Where is he?
his half orc, is suddenly like poked up.
I'll
No.
get him.
No,
Back in my day,
he's
easy
not-
buggers to kill.
Sure.
You guys see, now a bit closer, this old man clearly in his cups is wearing very outdated Empire armor that does not look like it's been cleaned in a very, very long time, and looks moth-eaten and old, as though he is retired but refuses to take the armor off.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay away from him.
I don't think he's here. You can settle down, partner.
Right. You see him?
Seriously,
Look at my king, you will.
seriously nothing, and I point at the notice board. Seriously nothing else going on around here? Nothing interesting?
Oh, far from it. The other night, I'll lean in. Fox got into the chickens.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Pandemonium. Oh, gods, I'm bored.
Wow.
It's
The
the halflings
grizzled
again.
looking human with the mutton chop says, "Hey, those chickens, right? They feed a lot of you. You don't get to talk shit. That's a serious problem.
I told
Okay?
you.
You don't want to get fed, you can go fuck off." And they look towards the kitchens and they say, "Open, give them some fucking bread so they have their lunch and they piss off." And then Open has the freshly baked bread.
Look, because they're a bit bored doesn't mean you get to tell them to piss off. I'm trying my best to make sure everyone is okay, alright? This is my first couple of days doing this. Stop having a go. Come here,
Yeah.
darling, have a roll.
What's Ben's race?
Ben is a human woman.
You're doing lovely, darling.
Oh
I
my
want-
god.
I want to adopt
Very
Ben's
much.
NPC into the party.
No, we're not. Were you given the roles to us?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
that's,
get the role.
that's so nice.
They may not be the best, but I am trying my hardest.
It clearly. I'll take a bite.
It's delicious.
Is it?
It's not like supernaturally delicious, but it's hearty bread.
Amazing. Best bread I've ever tasted.
Fine job, don't worry.
Yeah, it's a devil.
The grizzled human at the bar says, I don't recognize either of you, so if you want some food for travels, talk to Open. If you want old sob stories and news that's probably half true, talk to Jarrett. If you want old, unused adventuring gear that has probably as new as the day it was bought, and talk to that sack of sorrow there.
You don't recognize them? They must be spies for the Halflings. I'm telling you, they're
Spies.
everywhere.
Just
I'm telling you, right,
sit
the
down.
halflings are half of our farmers, okay? Fuck off,
And they
Jarrett.
do half the job too.
If you're
Walking.
desperate,
People are allowed to travel. Just because you can't move far doesn't mean other people can't.
I can move plenty far enough. He gets up.
We'll tell you what.
Well,
Move the fuck away from here.
Speedy Gonzalez there.
if
Ever
you're
been to
desperate for new
Benalicia,
news,
buddy?
Ilseva will be here soon.
Ever been to the big city, buddy?
You decide.
Hey.
Doran.
Which big city? I've been to them all. I've won all the wars I have. I conquered Benalicia, single-handedly, mind you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow. That's great. That's great.
Me and my troop came out, slicing all the halflings. Half the man, half the strength, you see. Didn't stand a chance.
Can I do an insight check to see if he's believing this fucking bullshit, or if he's like,
No.
Your
Yeah,
passive
please.
insight is enough to know that this guy is drunk, full of shit, and just talking to people. This is the first time people have deigned to listen to him, and he's taking every opportunity to do so. You would catch the person at the bar saying, if you really want fresh news, Ilseva will be here soon.
Well, you know, we were just we were just passing through, and you know, this job board isn't anything to shout about, is it? So yeah, okay. I guess we'll hang around. I don't know who is this.
Yeah. If you guys want to purchase anything in the player's handbook at this point, this is the opportunity for you to do so from these individuals.
Does anybody want anything from the player's handbook?
Yeah, as a party, we'll take a step back. As players, does anybody want anything in the player's handbook at this point? Armor and weapons is going to be harder to come by, but I'm going to work that in if that is something you guys want to acquire at this point.
I don't think we have any money left, but I'll get some booze.
we should
Yes,
have money
you
left.
can acquire
It
alcohol.
was
I'll
31
say
gold. How much?
We've got 15 gold for me as well.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That's
Jesus.
30 from us. Does anyone else have any gold?
Yeah,
I gave you my full 10.
Oh, and you got 10 as well.
Same here, 10 for me as well.
Nice.
How
Do
is
you want
selfishly
anything?
keeping his 5 gold.
Yeah, you can't give the 5 away.
Can't get by the way.
Okay, Badger was
Future
good,
endeavors.
so Badger would have given you 10 as well.
Okay, cool. So we got 60 altogether. Does anyone want
Yeah.
anything?
Just have a look at my inventory.
I'm going to make it roughly a bottle of cheap whiskey is going to run you 2 silver pieces.
Yeah.
I will say to keep things canon, you have this in your bag, and when Zeke was talking about alcohol and running out, you did not mention it at that time. Either you
It was
forgot it or you
impressive.
didn't want to immediately give them more alcohol.
It was Yeah, no, I wanted
good
to see.
sobering opportunity.
I wanted to see why he was like sober, and then
Miserable.
and then it presented itself. So.
Yeah.
Terrible, actually. So I would have
Yes.
shifted into that. You can't have a drunken monk if he's not drunk.
Yeah.
Any other exchanging of goods and coin?
I was gonna get Thieves Tool, but not for that price.
Yes, Player's Handbook is
Do you
yeah.
not have any
yeah,
thieves tools?
the original cost. Of
No, I'm a rogue. Why would I have Thieves Tool?
Okay. I think I do.
Do you?
Oh, hey, no, I have a disguise kit. Why the fuck do I have one of those?
This would be something that Drocker
Makes sense,
would have. The retired before they started adventurer, because there's just not much work in the area for somebody starting out. The Empire keeps low-level things under control, which means either you come in and die immediately to the big stuff, or you get in the same position as Drocker.
Oh.
Of course, if the Empire were to just be distracted and you were to find the right places, you could very well make your start, but Drocker has had no such fortune. Whether they choose to tell you that is perhaps giving too much away.
Okay.
With no more exchanging of goods, or the completion of the exchanging of goods with a grand total of clothes and whiskey, you see that a elderly orc woman walks through. She looks like she's maybe in her later years, what we would describe as like our 50s. I can't remember if orcs have roughly the same lifespan. I think they have slightly less. But greying, peppered hair in a tight bun at the back, and looks like she has riding leathers on. She has a big indent mark in her ear, almost dramatically big to the point where you did not need to make it that big, kind of thing.
No.
But she gives a wave to the other people in the village, and they give a hearty wave back. And
Fuck you.
Fuck you too, Jared. Sorry.
Wow.
Watch your tone.
I will. Just bows ahead.
Like a really good old guy.
Quick trip to Benalicia this time. There wasn't much to trade exactly. But if you got more messages you want going that way, if you want, I'm always here. Ilsiva, and she is trying to. She hands a letter to Jarrett, saying, once again, your application to rejoin the Empire's army has been declined.
I don't know what I'm missing. I throw my walking stick.
I'll take it every week, Jarrett. You know I will.
You'll know what's good for you.
Hey. Hey.
Open, you get a sealed letter. It's up to you how you react to that.
Which one was that again? Who was that?
The adolescent woman, Ben's character, the baker.
That's cool.
And
It's official.
presumably quietly open it somewhere.
Mhm.
Not out of the room, but like try and
Yeah, just like up against the wall, just.
yeah.
It says what you decide it says.
Can I do a perception to see if I can see what sort of seal it is?
Yeah.
That was
Make
the.
make a perception check.
I learned
What's
that.
that? What's that? Fuck. Okay. Cool. 18 plus perception plus 5, so 23.
23.
It's a filthy, smutty letter between myself and my lover.
I mean, I just wanted to know the
It's sealed
seal.
with a press and like the press of a kiss, and something else you're not quite sure.
But I look back at the old dude with the seal for the Empire.
Yes, it is a full imperial.
Full colour.
Yes, yes,
wink.
just.
Oh yeah.
Brocker, they reach for their bag and say, "Sorry, nothing again. I've got something for your dad, though. Sorry."
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So,
And they reach in their thing and move towards the board and put a little tack in there, and you see be on the lookout for elderly gnome, likely to be traveling with companions. May go by Krill. Actually, no, that wouldn't be on there. You wouldn't know that information yet.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't go by that. So you would say, maybe dressed strangely.
I mean,
With spikes.
they could know. They could see the word Kren and be like, I don't know who that is. And then we find out later.
Yes, I will add that in the lore. But at the point where Tax, at the point where Senna messages you in the future, you recognise Frinnell from this moment as, the gnome on that poster that they are looking for is Splitlip.
What?
But at the moment, you see gnome and Frinnell and maybe travelling with people. You can make an investigation check to pick those pieces together. But
yeah. Can I give you a help?
yes, yeah.
Much appreciated because I rolled a 2. So.
Nice. Cool.
Not much better. That's
Brilliant.
an 8. 8 plus 9.
Then that's
So-
fine.
8 plus 9 is 17.
17.
You're looking at this and going, this could well be us. It's weird that they would. It's weird that the Empire would get this printed, pressed, and distributed to small villages within the course of less than 2 days since it happened. If you gain in this moment a bit of insight of like sort of coming into Forstalia, getting the supplies, but from this you realise if this is Splitlip, they want him badly.
Can I be like, a job on the job board? Maybe take.
Brocker, there is a job on the job board for the first time
Hey!
this year, and it's autumn.
Wow. Hey, maybe take this. We're looking for jobs.
And these people who have just rolled up have asked to take the poster for the first job that has come through as for an adventurer in the last, like I said, in the last 9 months at least. Brocker,
I'm sorry there, folks. I think we all might be in danger of being swatted aside by old Father Time over there.
You talking about me?
No, I think I saw the captain come into town. I'll point out to the door.
Captain? Is that you?
make me a quick deception check with plus 1, because you're not...
Oh, 16!
16. You are a wise old man, but you're currently very much poisoned. So please make me an insight check with disadvantage. Just roll the d20 twice and tell me the lowest one, just on the dice.
Where? 6.
6. The captain's outside.
Captain's outside. Captain, my army application's being denied.
And, as you see, with more strength and spry in their step than you've seen the entire time. But at this point, you realise there's not going to be much else to gain here, unless you want to talk to Elsevier, the indent orc who has travelled. Yes, Sarah.
The old dude walks off. Does he leave the letter on the table? Because I want to have that feel.
I'm going to say this is just going to be a straight luck check. I want you to roll a d20. If it is higher than a...
I've got a 16. So.
16, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. In their excitement to go and talk to the captain, they have left another one of their letters of denial to rejoin the army on the table, and you're able to just swipe it away.
Swipe it. So I now have the Empire seal. That's good.
Yeah, you have the... more specifically, you'd know that this is the seal of, like, the Benalicia... This is probably technically the seal of the Reeve of Benalicia, the woman who, not more than, like, 48 hours maximum previously, was fighting against you beneath the city. It's probably her official desk. It wasn't her who stamped it herself, but
Is
at the same
recovering
time,
from being set on fire by
you have that
by
seal.
poison.
Yes, yeah. The seal is her blood, but it was still burning and dripping. No. Is there anything else you guys wish to gain here before we end our flashback?
I was gonna, so that when I said that to like, I said it like quite loudly, and I said it sort of like I hoped that she was still there and that she would say something about it. And like, oh, can we take this?
Who are you hoping is going to react?
The orc.
But the orc indent, when you say that, waits for Brocker because they know the people in this village well enough. They are the courier that comes back and forth. And when they say that we should wait, and she says, also, you can't really just take. I know we don't really have much paper around, but if you ask, I mean, I'm sure Brocker has some paper if you want to write down the details. But that's an empire. That's an official empire board. So as property of Emperor Osnan, I need to let you know that you are not to mess with his official postings.
Yeah. Brooker kind of gets up and is kind of a little not that old, but still seems a little bit creaky. Getting up, and it's like, I have been looking for something interesting to do for 3 years, maybe. And you're not from here, are you? And you want to. Why do you want to go indent hunting?
Because do you want the short answer or the long answer, old man?
I don't know. The answer is I'm not letting you. But
oh, okay, okay. The answer is probably roughly the same as yours. That I am bored and I want money and I want to hunt indent. So yes. You know what? Apologies for presuming.
I mean, I haven't got a hope in hell of doing it, but that's an insight check against a deception check of you're 4 million, but there's...
minimum of 9 on the dice roll, I believe, as an eloquence bad.
I'm still going to try.
My insight is not...
Deception.
I got 2 20s today, let's make it a third.
Yeah, you're deceiving Brocker here.
Okay, well, it's 19. Then I rolled an 8.
You know how I've rolled 2 20s so far?
Did you just roll a 20?
No.
No, I rolled a natural 1.
This is not combat, so I'm gonna not say the fun book. Also, you're playing an NPC.
No.
Brocker,
I know what myself.
In this moment, fully believes that this is just another bored person who at least has the means to travel between villages, which is something your funds denied you a few years ago.
I would. Well, I've got my idea is in that case, I would be taking it because I was like you. I took an arrow to the knee.
That is where we're gonna end this fucking flash.
This is one thing.
Yeah.
I was literally one thing. I was waiting for the RP at the end.
Yeah.
I was gonna take the poster off and start writing down the details, but I was going to do fees count on the poster itself to disguise the wording and put Rapid Riders for Life or something like that. So when the Empire eventually comes down, I'm like, fuck you.
Make me a quick this would be a sleight of hand check to.
But my signs was to say, fucking take the poster. Not draw on it.
Why? No, but it's empty property, so we take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, these people came into town and they took an official poster off of the wall. Where did you say they went? And that's where the.
I look like a human man. I don't. It's fine.
Make your sleight of hand check. You could, we'll just do that.
That's an 18, so 12 I rolled.
18. Yeah.
18.
Nobody's expecting anything nefarious here, and so there's no active perception checks on you.
Yeah, I just basically want to blend the words together so they can't actually read what's on it anymore.
There's like a fancy bordering pattern. You mess with the words a little bit. Just change an R to a B here, so it just gets completely fucked in how somebody's trying to read it. And like, oh, there must have been a mistake of the printing press because it's so convincingly done. At the same time, in that fancy bordering, you write the occasional, put the occasional scratch. If you held this up to another one, you go, oh, why are they different? But the thieves' camp would still be hidden. Cool. Anything else before we flash forward once again back to the present?
Chuck the old man's silver piece, I hope you find.
Which old man?
Oh, there's a lot. Phil, the old man Phil.
Damn it.
My character's an old lady, but I'm an old man.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, old man Phil.
Brocka is a woman.
Old lady Phil.
Who knows? We might meet these characters again as we return to the present with the Rapid Riders standing in front of this strange door, exhausted from the heat of battle, the dead bodies of lampads and spiders around them.
Yes.
Immediately, Badger, you start walking towards this door. This is much larger than a horseshoe, and your head just, you don't get closer than 20 foot before you have to just back away a bit.
Yeah, no. Not getting close to it. Fuck that. I saw what it did to the other ones. I'm not going close to it at all. Fuck it.
It's not good. For those who might be tuning in for the first time in this world at least, cold iron, similar to common mythology, is abrasive to fairies and fae. And whilst not enough to harm you, it's just this feeling for your soul, as I've described before, like nails going down a fingerboard. Certainly touching it is enough to incapacitate you, to the point where if a fae were manacled by such things, it would be a horrible experience. But just seeing it, being near it, is like having that headache feeling. If you look away, it helps. If you sort of block off your senses, it helps, but it doesn't get rid of the problem. But that is where we currently are, in front of this door that is still sealed, a crumpled body in front of it. I saw Doran's hand shoot up first, and then Neri.
Tasty thing!
It's gone.
If you swan dive to try and tackle the bullet, you pass straight through. Make me a quick dexterity saving throw to not go face first into the floor, instead try and tuck into a roll.
Do I get advantage on dexterity things when I'm raging?
That is danger sense, yeah.
Okay.
Which is a later
Your rage
level.
would be over as well because you haven't hit.
You haven't hit anything.
No, it is.
within
I do
6
have danger sense. It's just it's not a saving throw. Or is it a
Yeah,
saving
this
throw?
is not an effect you can see. This is specifically something that you
You're
didn't see
attacking
until it was too late.
Yeah.
23.
23. You managed to tuck into a roll and not go head first. As you go, oh, that's not right, and just tuck your arm out of instinct, sensing the danger.
It's a ghost tasty. I go for again.
If you choose to.
Can it? Okay. Can it like?
You
Look
can make
at-
this thing
look
do
at
anything you
how-
want. If you want it to
yeah.
start tap dancing with a top hat on, that is entirely something you can do.
I want it to just like look at Hal and just kind of be like
Yeah. You see this thing looks at you and shrugs.
like what the fuck, Hal, and then disappears before he gets
Oh
the
my-
chance to do another bro.
It's kind of visible.
Hey,
Hallie, can you please make me?
Insanity.
Oh,
You're gonna make me do an intelligence check.
I'm gonna make you an intelligence check.
I think it's like one of the phase spiders.
It's probably worse odds. I'll be honest with you.
yeah.
16.
Oh, it's
16. For the briefest moment, it flashes through your mind, but the ghost of the bullet that you slew is following you before you realise, oh yeah, Diana can do that thing. And you are smart enough in this moment to realise, oh, that's what this was.
Nice.
like so this bullet is just like does this shrug, and then it disappears, and then there's 3 Dianas behind it doing this
Yeah.
shrug. Hey!
As people disappears and the Dianas approach, Zeke, this chain that has burst forth from the ground begins to slowly coil and to return to the ground at the end of a minute, I believe, until it returns, and there is a trace of where it burst through the ground, but nothing beyond that, as the humming and vibrating of your necklace stops and is once again flat against your chest.
On fire! I didn't even get to enjoy it. The fuck was...
Sorry.
The fuck was that is a great question.
You turn around and just go... Did anyone see that?
Dewey is busy picking bits of spider
bits
guts
of face
off of
spider
him.
gore off of yourself.
And then I'll look in my pocket and be like, "You right in there, Wahlberg?"
Wahlberg pokes her head up towards you and just shrugs and points towards her mouth.
For anyone that's not sure, Wahlberg is a random squirrel that Dewey spoke to and immediately was convinced to join the party. And I'll
try to sell us as children, but there we go.
You had food. But food is better than children.
I'll give Wahlberg some
There we go.
food.
There's a quote for the Discord. Food is better than children.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Miri?
Yes, before my minute is up, because I've had it up for 2 turns and it was 12 seconds.
Yeah.
I would
absolutely.
like to use my healing spirit, because I have 3 bursts of healing left.
Yes.
May I use them?
Yeah. Who is injured? For Neri for Badger to.
I'm good now.
Diana, you're injured.
A little bit. I think it happened
Helitis,
before.
right?
I think it happened before combat though. It's been there for a while.
I think Ben is also injured.
No, I am now completely full again.
You're fully healed. Okay.
Yeah, you
Do
put
it for
5 in.
you.
I would say over the course of the rest of the healing spirit, Badger leaping through chest after chest, you're able to use what was left of that spell. I believe it lasts a full minute. So you had 8 rounds of that left.
No, yes, but I can only heal 5 times, so I have 3 healing
You
opportunities.
had 3 of them left, but still 3d6. It should be enough to just leap through chest after chest, and then the last one it bursts and flutters away into points of light. Because,
Yes.
sure.
Since Askar is still here, do I still get the D8 bonus?
You get that when you cast the spell.
Okay. Okay.
Each time you cast a spell, so the first time you healed, we allowed that for the healing spirit, but subsequently after, it's no.
Fair.
But
And it's
Asgard is
4
still
hit
here.
points,
Asgard,
yeah.
you're for the first time I think the party, unless maybe in the few months that you have been together.
Question.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No. What's with all the badgers? This one's on fire? This one's jumping through my chest. What is going on here?
Yes, you got 4 hit points from that one.
Thank
now
you
you're
so
welcome.
much. But
It,
also,
it felt
what is
good,
going
but it
on
felt
here?
weird.
Oh God!
Badger is still just there, snarling with fire just sort of dripping from the sides of her mouth.
Dewey is actually kind of like, "Hey, buddy. Hey, how you doing? Oh, you're feisty.
It's made of fire.
No, it's spicy.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Space. Yeah.
So yeah, what is this?
It's friend.
Yeah.
Askar is nice. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'd like to imagine it's
Okay.
just got a little bit of flesh in its
It
mouth.
might hurt a little bit. Don't touch it. Don't touch
Stop.
it. Don't touch
My
it.
pets.
It coughs, and one of those flame seeds goes. Pew!
You know what, guys? I'm gonna sit down and have a cup of tea.
As you
gonna do
guys
that.
are welcome to take a short rest.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get my you know what? This is not a flute. It could be a flute. I'm not sure. It's a flute rapier. Did you know that this is a flute rapier?
It's what?
It's a rapier flute.
Zeke,
Yeah,
The fuck?
I don't know.
and chain!
You can just
Also
make
that-
chains?
I feel like we need to have a conversation.
About the chains, okay.
Everything about all the badger things going on. There's
Well, I mean,
there's
that's just badger.
There's like 20
Things.
badgers. There's like
Where did they go?
there's chains. There's fire.
What?
There's another badger over there. And
I
then
missed
there's-
that. I had
there's four
We're
of
just
them.
Striding.
going for a walk through the forest. We found a squirrel, and then we encountered talking mushrooms.
Yeah.
They were talking?
Oh,
Yeah, they
I mean, yes, they were.
there's dangerous stuff in the woods. You know, I mean, this is what Wahlberg was telling me. You know, I say pointing to just my
he
pocket
did.
squirrel.
Yeah, you see like a movement beneath the surface of like the coat of. Yeah.
Can I get right up to the pocket and just kind of poke it and just go, you need to be clearer about what is threatening us.
Yeah. Well, no,
I am gonna proceed to have an argument with the squirrel.
I rolled a nat 1 on my attempt for Warburg to come out and try and bite you as you poke him. I'm gonna take that Fumble rule and see
You
if
can
they
bite
do
me.
bite
That's
you.
fine.
You they bite you, grip on you, like you know, like a hamster where it grips you and you're like and you like kind of that. And Warburg goes flying into the underbrush as you reactively moving away from the bite.
I am gonna step in the wind to dash and catch them.
And
Yeah,
make
not
an
getting rid of the
athletics check.
squirrel.
Make an athletics
Don't
check.
die. Don't kill the fucking squirrel.
I'm trying not to kill the squirrel.
Running over.
As Zeke jumps to catch it, I jump to catch Zeke.
Soft 20.
Soft 20 is plenty. But yeah, you just ow. You run, like step of a wind, like climb a tree, jump off, and catch him with one hand. As he's like,
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay.
I think it's saying it's angry.
I am gonna treat him a little bit like a squeaking toy and just squeak. Yeah, well, fuck you too, guy.
It's okay. It's
And
okay.
I'm gonna pass it, and then I'm gonna throw him back at the ranger.
Come here, buddy. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I'll...
And he just scurries back inside of your coat.
Little shit bit me.
Well, he wasn't expecting it.
It's a
I
sign for
wasn't
love.
expecting it.
Look, I mean, it's still a squirrel. There's a bit of loss of communication going on, but he still said something like this might happen. So that's one thing. Let's not go in. I don't know about going in there. That looks like that's gonna make Badger explode. What were you saying about chains? What did I missed that? There was spider in my eye.
Okay. Did anyone see the thing explode in my face when I tried to punch a guy?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
Taxis, you saw it from a distance.
Yeah.
Highlight, you saw it up close. Everybody else was like, oh, there's something like exploded over there, but you didn't know what was going on. Like, you were focusing on an enemy that was in the other direction at the time.
Secondly, did anyone see the sentient goddamn chain come out of the ground and pull the spider into the depths of hell?
Yes.
No.
What?
I don't think I
I'm
saw
not
that one.
going crazy, right?
I mean, I saw it, so it's up to debate.
I like to think there's a nearby large rock that Dewey just steps up on. Like, what?
I think you
A
go
chain?
crazy.
A chain came out of the ground,
That chain,
grabbed
I
the
point to his
giant
chest.
spider thing, and proceeded to pull it through the floor.
Yeah, that chain. I point
Oh,
to his
God.
chest.
Yeah,
looked
did it
like
look
that.
like that?
It looked like that. But bigger.
Why
I'm
is
gonna be
everything under the
honest, I
ground?
don't know. I was kind of freaking out.
It made a nice sound, though.
Well, I feel this is a you
It
thing.
sounded like wind chimes.
I don't know. I think it's a you thing.
It's probably a me thing, but it's kind of an us thing, because, you know, we're moving together. Kind of an us problem, right?
I think it's cool. Your fists explode now.
I think Sarah and Neri also want to contribute as well.
In the middle of a conversation.
Wait. Can I just do an Arcana? Because I knew
Yeah,
about the
absolutely.
chains from when we did the watch. But can I?
Absolutely. And Neri, did you want to, does Badger add anything here?
Yeah, Badger is literally just gonna look at Ascar. Is like, I have a flaming badger.
Yeah.
I'm willing to
That's
believe.
another thing. Where did that thing come from?
Yeah.
Seems
Have you
the chain
just, have
and
you
the
just
badger
set
came
your
from the
pet
same
on
place.
fire?
So. Yeah.
Have
so...
we seen Badger create any Badger projections before?
That's up to
No.
Badger.
This is it. This is the first one.
No, you have
Yeah.
not.
I mean,
2 for the price of 1.
what I meant with
Three.
the whole
3 for the
you
price of
issue,
1.
what I meant with the whole you issue was that I don't think we can answer your question.
But you're smart people.
Yeah, but I don't. Maybe actually.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Sarah, what did you get?
So I rolled a 9, but that's an 18.
No, it's literally done.
What exactly is happening to Zeke? You're not sure, the specifics, but certainly something about that chain has attached themselves to the will of Zeke, and you having spent your misspent youth not breaking in to steal things, but breaking in to read private books, would know that there is such thing as a warlock. You know that some mage conscripts are warlocks, and you know that they do not study for their power. They make pacts with powerful, sometimes other planar beings. What exactly is happening with Zeke, you don't know, but the only way that they can acquire the ability to, first of all, throw that arcane fist projection, followed by summoning a strange tentacle, is by suddenly discovering an ancient magical bloodline, or more likely in this case, having formed some kind of strange bargain, whether they're aware of it or not. Yes, yeah. I can see.
I know, I can see. I rolled for fun and I got a lot more. So, I remember my mother telling me something about.
What did you roll? And I can give you more information.
I rolled a 24.
24. You are well aware of warlocks. They were looked down on a bit by your mother, but she never denied their strength. On a 24, you would know that typically such beings are great, powerful, extraplanar beings that you can form this sort of pact with, and it's known as a pact of exchanging of things. Knowingly or not, Zeke has made an agreement with something else, and the way it is manifesting is through this chain. You know that following that pact, strengthening that bond, will make them more powerful with arcane might. But exactly what they need to do in that capacity is probably only known to Zeke and their benefactor.
Yeah, I don't feel that we are the people to ask about this, but I will reiterate what Sam just said, because I'm not mean. I feel you need a conversation with whoever you made your pact with. My dude.
Also, Doran is.
Yes, yeah.
I rolled an Arcana check. I got a 1. So I think it's the wind chime gods that's chosen you to do that.
The god of wind chimes.
God of wind chimes, yeah.
It is.
I think
Hey,
they've
you know
chosen
how?
you.
How? You're actually not that wrong.
I know, right?
I know. Yeah.
It's a feeling I get.
I know. It's a good one. Yeah.
I'm just gonna park myself down next to the druid, just kind of flump into the ground, just be like, So you can bring flaming badges. That one can mesmerize people with songs and literally create duplicates.
Yeah.
It's more
That
of
one
me.
controls. That one controls birds.
Yeah.
That one can quadruple in size.
Yeah.
And this one.
Knows
What do you do?
Hi.
What's your
knows
magic? What's
everything.
your weird magic shit?
What are you talking to? You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm shouting at you. Just give me
Talking
he
to me?
suddenly
Talking to me?
suddenly looks very, very tired. Just all of a sudden, just like all brain exhaustion. Just
At that point,
what's your secret?
at that point,
magic is
Splitlick comes around the
mathematics.
corner, fiddling with something arcane tech, and just
No.
steps backwards and just realizes.
Fuck you!
No.
I'm gonna proceed to waddle after him.
It sounds
I'm
like
imagining we go about the same speed.
Yes, he's not running. He's just like, I probably should join this conversation.
We're
like, get
50%
back to-
complete, by the way.
I was gonna say, at
Wild
that
magic.
point, I had
Oh,
2,000.
God.
Yeah.
He's still
We have
fiddling menacingly.
We have a community challenge. If you want to contribute to it in the Twitch chat, where when that gets reached, at the next opportune moment, something happens that is a roll on the wild magic table.
Usually manifesting as a malfunctioning or potentially over-functioning piece of technology
Yeah.
that Splitlick has cobbled together from a few resources they have out here on the trails.
Yeah. You know.
You guys have your short rest for this conversation. I'm not pushing the scene to an end. I'm just saying that make sure you're marking it down on
Yeah.
D&D Beyond or whatever you're using to track. You guys have a short rest.
To RP a little. Maybe.
Of course. I'm seeing that Neri has their hand raised.
Yes. I have a sneaking suspicion that at least one of us got poisoned. Can I do a medicine check to see if
Absolutely.
people attacked by the spiders were poisoned or not?
Mm-hmm.
So medicine, I have a +7 in. Thank God, because that was a 5, so that's 12 total.
You can see the people who were bitten, the poison has not tracked into their system enough to cause them any permanent damage. You can see the ones who
Necrotic.
were touched by the hands of these creatures have underneath there is some like impermanent damage that with rest and time will resolve, almost like a small like fungal infection of the skin that is not like any kind of permanent disease or damage. The ones who got gripped by the extensions, like the magical extensions, you can see if they had tried to be healed after being held in that way, they would not have been able to recover hit points while they were affected by that chill touch of the lampards.
Okay. But there's no chronic conditions.
But currently, nobody has any current chronic conditions from that fight.
I love how you were saying it. I was like, okay, Hal, I got hit by that. Hal, I got hit by that. Hal, I got hit by that. I got hit by literally everything.
Yeah, they are your case study for getting
Yeah.
hit with things.
Yeah, he put his hands here. He put his long distance hand here. The spider bit me here.
Show on the doll with a bad man touch.
With a bad fate touch.
Yeah, that reminded me, Hal, that if anyone does take a short rest, you get an extra d6 on top of your hit die.
Song of Rest.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll be
Choose
So
playing.
soothing.
I'll be playing my.
I was not touched at all, so but thank you
I
nonetheless.
need just a little bit more, but I don't need my song.
Can I? Any chance I'd be able to salvage any? I haven't got any jars. Never mind. Don't worry. I was going to say get some poison, but
I've got
I don't-
some jars.
You think at this point it's
Should have asked.
probably been a bit too long, and
fair enough.
you would need a more ideal circumstances. Just putting the like mandible in a jar, and yeah, that probably wouldn't work.
no worries.
I'll give you that for free. Yes, Doran.
Good point, though. Are these guys wearing any clothes? Do they have pockets?
Are they fungus people?
No, they are not wearing any clothes.
They're human people. I don't. They look. They got.
They are humanoid in their form,
Shape.
in their shape, except for much more gangly, spindly limbs, and their heads are they end like the mouth and nose are roughly humanoid. Beyond there, it becomes like a rotting tree trunk that ends roughly where the hair would. You see that the light that was illuminated behind where the eye should be is out in all of them.
Oh, I could have had clothes.
You have those rip-on pants on, by the way.
You see
I do?
the long stick that one of them was using to try and pry the door open from a distance, but beyond that, no.
Babe, all my pants are rip-off pants.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my.
Wait, I gotta add. How many shirts did you give me?
Oh my.
3, I believe. Was
3.
3, but they're special ones, so they literally.
Special ones.
Yeah.
They're designed to rip off other ones that I've already been ripping off.
Yeah, exactly.
The design that we can sew them back up later if we're feeling cheap.
Yeah, they're
smart.
Reusable
talented-
rip-off clothes.
Talented tailor and did not ask all that many questions, which is fine. Turns out.
It's fine, it's just completely normal.
Everything is totally fine. I just said that, she was kink shaming me, and everything went away. So.
Who's shaming you?
Oh, definitely
Yeah.
Deb.
Mary!
Yeah,
Please
hello.
drive us away from this point.
No, this is fine. You know what kink shaming is? Everything's fine.
I don't have a grasp on how we have been eating over the past couple of days.
Good berries!
Berries.
Yeah, that is what I'm going
Yeah,
at. I
rations.
would like to share some good berries with the
Yes.
party.
Nice.
You have been able to supply the good berries as before, as we
Good.
And I
established in
think-
that episode.
I think
And I
you
will
guys would have
share them
hunted as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hunting, but
absolutely.
like good berries were enough to sustain you the whole way.
But we've got ration packs and we've got
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
and we can hunt stuff.
And
So
then we have whiskey too, so.
You do.
But you will,
Um,
Badger will give you a good berry each that will restore
Ah,
1 hit point if you are lacking any.
delicious.
And it will sustain you for 1 day.
Yeah.
Yay.
Awesome.
I will say, as we are coming close to where we need to end the stream, you guys complete your long rest, having had conversations that we can go back onto.
Short
Are we having a
Thank
long
you.
rest or short rest?
Short rest.
Sure.
You can choose to take a long rest. You are still in the woods. You are definitely deeper into the woods,
But it's-
and you know that there are
it's
lamp pads
day.
around. It
Short
is the
rest.
middle of the day.
Yeah, short rest.
Yeah.
Cool.
Unless it comes from the
You-
spellcasters. So
Can I
yeah.
rip
You-
the door off the hinges now?
You go towards the door to, like, cracking your knuckles, ready to rip it off the hinges. You see there is some strange writing. It is an almost circular door, or circular frame of this door in stone, with 2 semicircles meeting in the middle, banded in this cold iron. You see there are 5 essentially sliding runes that can travel across the semicircles in pictures, and there is writing above it in a language. What languages do you speak, Halette?
I speak Infernal, Giant, and Common.
You do not recognize the language. I believe in Infernal you might recognize the alphabet is of some kind of extraplanar alphabet.
It's
I'm gonna check my players.
dimensional words.
Yes, it is a strange language. But knowing Infernal, you would know there's some similarities to the way that words are being made up together. So knowing French and trying to read Spanish, it's like Oh, that sort of tracks in a similar way, kind of thing, but not enough that you can actually read it perfectly. If that makes sense. I'm trying to check what alphabet they're meant to be in player's handbook, but that is what you all can see in front of you.
Okay.
You can absolutely try and brute force it if you would like to.
Are we? Okay. Have we moved on?
I'm going to say that if you guys wanted to have more, just because we're wrapping up, I just want to present the puzzle for you before we finish, if that makes sense.
We could start it.
What more were you continuing?
More RP in the short rest, I assume, was the question.
Yeah.
So it's just quite a natural thing, but
Quite natural way to end. In that case, I'll probably describe
rushing,
the door.
But I think the moments, all 5, 6 moments may have gone, but that's fine. I don't know.
I just wanted to see the door.
Yeah.
I will say in that case we are mid short rest. Halite is looking at the door, and there is plenty of time to have more conversations as Halite is looking at this door and is able to sort of report back to the rest of the party. As you are still in that short rest, sort of wrapping wounds that have been healed, taking a breather, recovering yourselves, ready to face what challenge awaits. Because we have more time, are there any more scenes that people would like to do to jump into? No? Nothing more anybody wants to do in the short rest?
There
Just
was
checking.
quite a lot of RP, but it's.
Go.
I'm checking, I'm asking. This
I
is
know,
this
I
is
know.
me trying to
Let's do
ask
it
and
then.
give you the opportunity to do this scene if you would like to in this moment. There's plenty of time.
Yeah.
No?
I will.
There's-
Before it disappears, then I will ask if the fire badger would like to play, and probably take damage in the process. So I would, and take that back during the short rest.
Yeah,
It
you
licks you
try and
6
play
months off.
catch or something. Every time I return like a pine cone to you, it is like in cinders
Oh,
and
yeah.
ash by the time it gets back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, opening this up to free RP. I
So
don't know what else I
what
can do here apart from
what
offer
should-
you
what
time
should we
to
do-
roleplay.
What should we do with this door then? It's pretty dangerous. Do we want to try and get through, or should we try and cover it up so others don't find it?
I mean, go in. Why not? Try it. I'm not touching it, but you guys go ahead.
Yeah. Is it the,
I'll stay out here. Don't worry about it. But you guys go.
is it the door that does that to you, or what's behind it? I don't want your head to explode.
You guys can see the cold iron that has been embossed upon this door. Clearly meant to drive off Faye. Yes, Doran.
So when you say cold iron, what do you actually mean? Do you mean like the symbols in the door? Do you mean it's like an actual like horseshoe kind of like built into the door? Do you mean the door itself?
The
Like a certain
seams
type of
of
metal?
the seams of the door have a banding of cold iron along the stone, and it looks like these symbols that can slide from one side to the other are set into their mechanism with cold iron, all to make it more and more unnerving. If that makes sense. There are 5 of these symbols in a row, and there looks like there's some kind of depiction upon the symbols, but in a sort of circular pattern that can be slid back and forth.
Oh, okay. It's a magical one of those little square things where you've got to move the tiles around.
Simple.
only with death if you get it wrong, probably, but like.
As some of the party are looking at that, Splitlick has joined you during this short rest and is still continuing to tinker on something in the woods, letting you examine it as they are.
Have Diana and Taxes like told Splitlick that there have been posters put up?
Probably would have. Like-
yeah, probably. Yeah.
Cool.
They're not after us, but they're after him.
Yeah. It's more drawn together. It's like you guys were like they thought they got the main guys, apart from Split. Maybe you guys are relatively unknown to them. Like certainly for the last few years, it's been Oz Nemesis that have been underground. You guys are new on the scene, so they thought they got Oz Nemesis and they got the leaders of Rebellion. It's quite like piecing it out from there. You are almost the guys who helped the last member of Oz Nemesis get away, but they are about to learn that you're a lot more than that.
But yeah, I imagine also Splitlick. I mean, he's one of the only few people. I think we established that Splitlick's one of the only people who can work with, or maybe even construct, if needs be, the Rapid Rider itself.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
So we gotta keep him safe. What could possibly go wrong? Crack team.
Wrong as we actively seek out Eldritch Fabians.
It's a typical Tuesday.
Highlight sits back down. Door's weird.
Yes, it is.
Got a fancy lock on it.
Yeah. You want to?
Yeah, it's got weird writing. I don't know. It looks familiar, but it's nothing I know.
I mean, I just gradually, slowly turn towards Taxes. Like, I mean, you seeing a lot of writing. Mean anything to you?
I can have a quick look. I probably don't understand it, to be honest.
Should I break it?
No.
No, not yet.
Make me. Well, tell me what languages you know.
Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Thieves Can't.
No. You wouldn't even recognize the alphabet. Like, you know that you could phonetically say what it's saying. You wouldn't know what it means, but you would know the alphabet enough that you could phonetically read it out loud.
Alright, tell me what it says then. Or how it's meant to sound, or...
I will add that as there are people in the party who can, I believe, understand things that are being said in a language I don't know, I think. Let me check.
Pretty sure the Bar of Eloquence would have something like that.
People can understand me, but I can't understand them.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does that count for Wahlberg? Can Wahlberg understand?
No.
Oh yeah, I know his language.
Rules are written in squirrel.
Here's one for you. Could you performance check, repeat back what Halide is saying, and then us understand it?
Yeah.
You don't know what you're saying, Diana, if you choose to do this, but you are saying it in such a confident way, the same way that I wouldn't know if somebody gave me a language in something, like gave me a phrase in Arabic, I might be able to get it phonetically right, but I would have no idea what I'm saying. But
what it says is that we would understand.
Exactly. You would understand what Diana was saying.
It's like putting something through Google Translate, translating it, putting it back to your common language, translating it again, and then bringing it back to your common language.
And then we can repeat it back to Diana.
Exactly. Was that something you would like to try and do?
Sounds like a perfect option.
We can all just look at the door and see if anyone of us recognize the language.
Does anybody here speak Celestial?
No.
Nope.
Gemstone got it though, I guess. Sorry.
Common to Infernal in a way that devils and angels are. Yes.
Listen, if Xena was the lead singer, I would know Celestial, but I don't. Sorry.
If I would say make me a performance check, the two of you. Your combined DC is 15. You almost have to put it into like a song to recognize, like keep the cadence of the pattern.
18.
22.
Yeah. 22. You guys get a 40 and my DC was 15.
You're talking to the stars.
You guys almost form it into a song of this celestial language, to the point where you are recanting the lines together in this strange celestial language, and then Diana begins to work her magic into it. As you all hear said by Diana, rather than this strange language, you hear, "Herein lies the way right. Those who seek it know it. Those who would stumble on it will earn it." Or those who stumble upon it, I should say, rather than stumble on it.
Could you write that down?
I will put it in. I will put it in the Twitch chat and our Rapid Riders chat as well. Herein lies the way right. Those who seek it know it. Those who would stumble upon it will earn it.
Interesting.
And unless it's 11:30 currently. I have work in the morning. I have plenty of time though if people would like to add anything else to the scene as this beautiful celestial duet continues, as you guys learn that something or someone or whatever the way right is lies in here. If not, that is where we will pick up this stream next week.
Just sitting there feeling my ears leak with trying to understand a puzzle. Just
looking at the two of them do that, and just while stood close to someone that conjures badgers on fire and someone that brought a tentacle of chain, and just look at those two like phonetically translating and go, that's just weird.
Wow.
What did I just say?
That's right. I think I got an answer, but I can wait till next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave it to the two puzzly solver players that we actually have.
I got an answer too.
No,
I'd like
no.
to do a history check at some point. I'll do it next week.
Okay, that's how we will start the next episode.
Alright.
Looking at this door, making a history check.
The scary door.
The scary door.
Scary door.
Door.
Will our
Scary.
Rapid Riders face their first door and get through? We'll see you next time. Are we going to be raiding people? Is the question.
Yeah.
No.
We'll raise some people who are also doing D&D, if that's okay.
Ooh, lovely.
Yeah.
Who we got?
More D&D.
We got...
What did they?
I copied some other stuff.
That's how I feel at the end of every session.
By the way, anybody, look at that. I could have just said Discord, couldn't I? I just write Discord.
Yeah,
Yes,
just
you
put
can.
Discord and then it'll
Like that.
magically come up. No,
I
that's
can't even
not how
spell it right,
no,
but
that's
I
not how
just
you
put
spell
in,
it.
hey everybody, check out our Discord. I'm a writer.
Bye.
And with that, you
I'm
made
so
it the end.
backhanded. I was so bad, I dispelled Sam.
No, he went to go check out the Discord.
You would
I am a-
check out the Discord, yeah.
I'm a disaster, you guys.
So once
Yes,
again,
you are.
Fumble folks after dark.
Fumble Folks After Dark. If you want to stop this stream and join us on our Dickrod, then that is where we'll be at.
And if not, it's definitely where Diana will be with Halite later.
Yeah, he has those rip-off pants on, and
It's true.
we need to try them out. There's also still this 4 of me.
Exactly. Easy access.
Three of
Everything
you.
is fine.
One got disappeared.
One got disappeared, there's 3 of me. Do you
It's sad.
want more? I don't know. Anyway,
Always.
is 3 enough? I don't know. Yeah.
I mean,
Cool, so
depends if he's a giant form.
Ow.
More of me, more of you.
And
Anyway,
with that,
thank you very much, everyone, for watching. It's lovely to have a bit of chatter in the chat. We always appreciate in the Twitch chat Gemstone Games, like phenomenal, punishing, wonderful, awful puns of the most devastating quality. Nice to see some newcomers in the chat as well.
Yeah. Nice to see
Yeah.
you.
Come back here next Wednesday. We'll be doing more of this mess.
Yeah.
see you next Wednesday.
Cool. We're going
And
to
let me-
newly forged. That's great.
Newly forged.
Newly forged.
Ooh.
Double U in there. Cool. Yeah. See you guys soon. Bye.
See you soon, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. And we are across.